Last we left off, you killed a Hydra, went back to town, got your rewards, came across a dryad by the name of Nasahe, who you've gained enough trust with that she told you about a couple of going-ons in the forest. One you solved with the sort of excessive logging that the town of Nelid has been doing without the guidance of their recently departed Balthazar Smitty. Convinced one of the foreman of the town to strike him an agreement with the Dryad, which worked. This next deal in question was these fleshy monsters that keeps cropping up in sentences, she says. Agreeing to slay them in a cave, which the plant do not roam. You did. You slayed them and discovered a ruin, a dungeon of some sort, where you had to... The pattern was in fours. Several puzzles, several fights later. A daring escape from the recently animated armors, and you find yourself back in the caves that carry the body of these fleshy monsters, quote-unquote. Exiting the cave itself, pulling yourselves up out of the cavern that you were tasked with clearing out. That is where we left off.
What's everyone's health looking like?
Half. All right.
As you all exit the cave, clambering out from the cold, wet exterior of the cave, a bit of dew on the grass as you pull yourselves out into the moonlit night, covered by the canopies of leaves above. Very noticeably, audibly, you all notice a rustling around you in the bushes, the cracking of twigs, and eventually some stamping of hooves. Out from the darkness walks a single deer that approaches very slowly, about 20 feet from you.
A what?
Then a deer just appears out of the darkness, into your dark vision, just slowly approaching you. It just keeps walking up very slowly, about 20 feet from you. And then another deer right next to it comes out from the darkness, approaches next to the last one.
Is it a doe or a stag?
One's a doe, one's a stag.
What is Jan, what's the vibe? Are they, menacing? Are they
Make
friendly?
a nature or insight check, your choice.
I think I'm better at nature.
Okay. Just looking at these deer, the way that they're approaching, the way that they're sort of just walking, they're not acting like normal deer, for sure. Deer don't do that. They don't look the least bit skittish. They're walking very slowly up towards you, and they stop about 20 feet from you. To your left, you see a pack of gray wolves slowly appear from the darkness and approach you. There's about 4 of them walking up, approaching you. Stops about 20 feet from you. What's everyone passive? Everyone make a perception check.
What's my passive perception? I notice. That's my passive perception. And now I'm super logged in.
Does this depend on smell?
It is not, no.
Can I recon and say once we stepped out of the cave, I resummoned Azik? I'm not gonna make him do a roll. I just want to say that he's out now.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, pretty much all of you, except for Giorgio, but it doesn't matter. You all notice that around each of the necks of the deer and the wolves that came out, there's a thin lattice-like green vine curling around it delicately, almost like a spider web of a necklace. It's that made of these very thin vines. Between the wolves and the deer, a bear approaches from the darkness and stops about 20 feet from you. Then a few birds fly down and land on nearby trees. You see a couple of ravens, a couple of sparrows, and birds that shouldn't even be out at this time of day all land on the trees, the branches above you. A few squirrels approach between the legs of the deer, between the legs of wolves. They all stop roughly about 20 feet from you. And you all just look. Even the small animals, the squirrels, the birds, they still have this lattice, green vine-like lattice around their neck.
Can Jana cast... I'm checking to make sure I can cast it. Yeah, speak with animals. Just be like, what's up? What's up, guys?
Okay. Can I speak with animals?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you can't speak with animals. Say that out. Don't get a response. Eventually, over the course, as you're just trying to make conversation with these animals, there's no response to any of your inquiries. They're barely acting like the animals that they should be. Eventually, you find yourself completely ringed by these animals, surrounded in a 20-foot circle completely. Eventually, the vines around their neck begin to sprout and grow, elongating more and more around each animal until it begins to sprout outwards. Each vine grows a singular white lily. It blooms and opens up. The pollen falls off the flower, glows a bright yellow, like fireflies at night. Almost in unison, each of the animals open their mouths, and from it a voice speaks. Feminine, soft, yet eerily unnatural sounding. Like the mouths of the animals shouldn't be making that sound, yet it's discernibly a voice. The wind picks up as leaves get blown off the boughs. The voice rings out. Cease your efforts to combat the invader. It cannot be stopped. Not anymore. The people have spoken. They chose blissfully ignorant destruction instead of necessary sacrifice. There is no weapon that can harm the invader. The people chose to destroy it. There is no armor that can protect us from the invader. The people chose to cast it aside. The roots of its plague has already spread deep into our earth, and the flowers it sows are readying themselves to bloom. The people chose to die, blind to the truth. Any attempt you make to avert this fate is a practice in futility. The old gods failed us. Try as they might to salvage what they can, they started too late. You are fighting an impossible battle as a tool for their pointless schemes. Abandon your quest. Go live your life as you will it. Enjoy it to the fullest extent that you wish. Reignite your sense of adventure. Find love. Discover new things. In the end, it will not matter. All the animals slowly begin to approach another 5 feet, slowly encroaching you, tightening the circle that they've already ringed around you. The voice rings out again. You've amassed great power. You can change your life, for the better or for the worse, but you can't change the world. The planet is dying. The people are dying. And you can't fight it. None of us can. Not you, not I, not the gods, old or new. People chose to desperately cling onto what they have now, never thinking of what will come in the future. Forget everything you learned. Forget all the secrets you discovered in the dark. Forget everything the gods told you what you must do. Go home. Spend the rest of your days however you wish. Don't think about what comes next. Think of now. That was the will of the people. That was the fate that was chosen for you. The flowers around each animal's neck begins to wither and die as the lattice-like vines that kept it attached begins to fall away. The moment they hit the ground and they turn into dark ash, almost immediately all the animals flee in all different directions. The birds flying off to the night sky, the deer, the wolves, the bears sprinting into the darkness in the woods around you, leaving you alone. All that's left around you for the moment is faint bits of glowing pollen that slowly fades as it drifts off into the visages of the forest.
What a loser! Not interested in giving up. It's not what a fisherman does.
The way I see it, when they start, pulling out all the tricks like this and then trying to derail us, it's because we're on the right path. So.
They're scared.
Oh, do you think that was the enemy speaking to us directly?
Yeah.
Maybe it could be one of these new gods. These new... What if that was like...
One of the 10.
Len. Or something like that.
Well, what do the 10 gain from letting the world die, is what I'm asking. Is this not also their world? Do they not want to preserve it? It sounds to me like they're the ones who've given up.
God or not, it doesn't really sit right with me. Just not trying to save anyone, not trying to stop anything.
Did the voice sound like what we heard with the buck and the pole?
No, this one sounded like a feminine-esque voice. It was soft, but yeah, it didn't sound like the.
I hate all men. Sorry.
Yeah, it didn't sound like the creepy, whispery stuff of the buck's head. About a moment later, the face that was on the tree that you first came out of when you got here opens up wider and wider until it's about the size of a door. Through it comes a familiar wood-skinned, leafy green dryad, with almost a panicked expression on her face. Nasahe. She emerges fully out of the tree, sort of crouching past and standing up straight, begins scanning the area for something. Eventually, her gaze meets all of yours as she approaches quickly. What transpired here? It felt like a part of the forest betrayed us.
Oh, yeah.
It was gone somewhere else. The trees didn't speak, not with their words, but with someone else's.
Something took over. There was a bunch of animals that were here. They all sprouted some white lilies or something, and then some heavenly voice decided to give us some sort of lecture on, oh, don't fight the enemy, the hope is already lost, or some shit. I don't buy it.
Something else. It had the power to bend the forest to its will. We dryads can speak with the forest to be able to control it. It is strange.
Would I know or be able to identify this type of magic? If it is magic?
You can try to make an Arcana check if you want.
Okay.
Huh.
Okay. You're well versed enough in arcane magic that you can tell that this is not arcane magic. Just full stop.
Okay,
so whatever it wasn't like wizardy spells. It was one of the other types of magic, probably.
Yeah, this is not something I'm familiar with. It's not if it is magic, or it's not like the magic we practice here.
It's not like the magic you practice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Smart stuff, wizardy stuff.
any rate, we did away with the enemies in the cave. At least from what we've seen. I don't know if you Dryads have any sort of sixth sense wisdom of whether or not a disturbance... I guess it would, actually. But maybe not in the cave, since it's not forest-related. Either way, the fleshy things are gone, for now.
The fleshy monsters are dead. The forest owes you much, strange ones. The fleshy monsters eat and eat. They never stop eating. Now maybe the small plants can grow and the trees can rebuild. Thank you, friends, to the forest. Allow me to return the champions to their town. Let's say turns to the tree that she just leapt out of, places her hand on the side of the tree, and the mouth opens up a gape as Nate quickly scampers through it. I'm assuming you're all falling behind.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
You all duck in behind her. The strange wood tunnel, this anomaly of space bending and warped distance. You run for a while, a lot longer than you would expect from a medium-sized tree. Oh, Jesus. Oh, hiccups. Oh. On the other end of that tunnel, you see the graveyard, the candles that are lit for the deceased, and the dirt trail leading back to town. You all emerge, and the door slams shut, the mouth of Balthazar's face returning to normal. Nate turns to you with a smile. You defended the forest from the fleshy monsters, a threat the forest cannot defeat itself. Thank you, friends. I can call you friends.
Of course.
The smile she already had grows a bit bigger. I must reward you. That is what towns do when a good thing is done for someone, correct?
If you so desire to, of course.
Yeah, don't feel the need if you...
If the forest needs the resources you are to provide us more, then forget about it. That will be our reward.
I think you are friends of the forest, and friends of the forest should be able to speak to it. She plunges her hands into her big leafy hair, grabs like a bunch of leaves and pulls it out. Handful of leaves still gripped in her hand. As she sort of clasps the other hand over it, closes her eyes, she releases her hand as the leaves seemingly float in space. The leaves wrap around each other and condenses into a small, probably like inch-wide ball. All the emerald-colored leaves are bunched into this tiny little sphere. You can see small flowers beginning to grow out from the gaps between the leaves, tiny yellow and red petals springing forth. Eventually, small vines begin to sprout from the ball of leaves and grow upwards, outwards, before curling backwards into itself, forming a loop. Nate holds it out towards one of you. And she says, wear this charm, and you too shall be able to hear the whispers of the trees. All life carries a spirit. Ask and listen. They will respond.
Riley directs his gaze to Janna.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll take this. Thank you.
I'll put that into your handouts. The Charm of Plant Command, it's called.
Ooh.
Okay. As you approach Nazahe and take this charm, you can wear it as a necklace, you can wear it as a bracelet.
I'll wear it as a necklace.
Yeah. She smiles as she sort of backs up a little bit next to Balthazar's tree. Places one hand on Balthazar's tree. You can see Janna as you haven't attuned to it yet, but as you sort of put it around your neck, you can almost see the faces of these trees beginning to like shift a little bit, like as if they're alive. And you see Balthazar's tree sort of curl with a kind elderly smile. Farewell, friends. You will always be welcome within these woods. As Nate sort of phases in the Balthazar's tree once again, and you can see Balthazar's tree beginning to shift, all of you, shift the arm-like branches beginning to shift and sway. The sort of seam near the trunk beginning to move a little bit like legs stuck in dirt.
It's been real. Riley turns.
Guess we'll make like a tree and leaf.
Haha.
Can I give negative inspiration? Or-
I'll hug the tree.
You can almost see like the branches. They just look like branches at the passing gaze, but it's almost like the branches are trying to curl around you. Like they're bending towards you, but they're still branches.
Oh, I think I understand. As we walk out, Jenna will like high five them, like you know how like you can't touch branches. It's kind of like a way, like a handshake. The best we can do on the way out.
As you jump up, high five the tree, you can practically hear like the cracking whip sound effect as you do.
The Johnny Test.
Yeah, that one. I love Johnny Toast. All right, you are left alone. The graveyard of Nelid. What would you like to do?
So, while we were in there, I was thinking long and hard, and I figured out how to teleport. So, whenever you guys are ready, we can teleport.
Well, I figured out how to find things, so if you need help discovering a location, could also do that.
Guys, I found this gun while we were in the dungeon.
Is there anything left in the to wrap up, Chris?
If our next destination is to try and get to Thane, I think our best bet is to head to Silnia first. I know the Fireflies were looking for transportation, or an easier way to get to Obethis, perhaps, and maybe I can just get them to the airship yard in Silnia to make it easier for them. So I'll check to see if they're still here. I think.
Hey, as much as I am on board for helping other people, do you remember what happened last time you were left in Silnia all alone?
No, we're gonna go with him. Leave won't be alone.
Well, no, he won't. Mechanically, we can't because he can't transport that many people at once.
I thought he can.
No.
If we leave the horses here.
Okay.
I thought there were more Fireflies. There's like the Seeker and the Fireflies. There's like 10 of them, right?
There was 3 that he found alive.
Oh, okay.
So
never
Seeker
mind.
Nels and 3 Fireflies is 4 people.
Yeah, and I don't know about like Chris and how many horses do we have? Just the 3 with Fury, right? I think
Fury's pretty much a person at this point.
yeah.
Yeah.
So once we get back to town, I kind of want to see if I can find anywhere to just drop off one of our horses. Just be to chill at for now, I guess. If we need to drop an extra person to bring, or maybe I'll drop. I don't know.
Well, you should figure out if they're still in town first.
Yeah, that's true. I just don't want to take any horses to Thane. You guys can. I'm not taking one. So.
Might bring Fury just cause. Now, does find the path allow a path to a person?
Location specifically, I think we went over this one.
Okay, yeah. Then
The
never
location
mind.
specifically where a person is.
Well, yeah, but
But like,
You would
yeah, You'd
Yeah.
have to know
No.
the location first.
Yeah. So if they're like out on the trail, it's like, oh, direct me to the trail. We get there, there's nothing there. Waste of time.
Doesn't somebody have a way to just like hit up Niles and just be like, "Hey, where you at?" Drop a pin.
Oh yeah, I could cast sending. Running out of spell slots to do that with, but I guess I'll do it.
We can just head back by foot too. It might just be faster to just get to know them.
All right, sure.
Okay. Traveling back to town.
Yep.
All right. As you travel your way out of the forest, out of the gaze of the trees that are constantly staring at you. Various states of emotion, expression, screaming, crying, laughing. As you find a way to the logged portion of Nelid, and then to the populated portion of Nelid. With the gates opening as you approach, after a little bit of a pause, just discerning your identity, but might manage to find yourself in, no issue. I'm assuming back to the Woodhurst.
Yep. Just to check.
Okay. All right. As you walk into the very finely crafted dark wood building, see Jeannie's Kelly there. Pretty much just half dozing off with like a ledger in front of her, a huge stack of papers, spectacles just all off kilter off her face.
Hello there.
Oh. Is it morning?
What time is it?
It's like 12:15, midnight.
It's somewhat morning. It's the AM at least.
Oh, good.
But I was wondering if Nalzort is still here.
No, I believe he took his fireflies and left early this morning.
Oh,
Just
guess,
not wanted to waste any time.
I guess we missed them then. But we were gonna head out ourselves to Silnia.
Big city, huh?
Yep. We've been there for a little bit.
Like the
So-
Marvel, really.
Pretty interesting.
Have to take me some time when I have a vacation. If I get vacation, I had never checked if I got vacations. Oh boy.
Unionize.
You should
The
go on
Union
an
of Wine.
adventure.
I'm not built as different as you, Chris. I don't have any magic. I don't think I own a weapon outside of a kitchen knife. I'm good with my ledges. So it's a lot of ledges.
The gang radicalizes the working class.
Do you even get dental?
The gang uplifts the proletariat. Another grand adventure for you, eh, Chris?
Yep. We want to get to Thane, so the airships we're hoping will lead us there.
Well, when you get back from your grand adventure, alive, hopefully, not in pieces, feel free to tell me all about it.
Oh, if any suspicious people, weird actors come around and ask, hey, where do Zodiacs go? Don't tell them.
Oh, tell
Duly
them the
noted.
opposite of where we're going. Do that. Where it's the opposite of where we're going.
You're heading to Sant, right?
That's what, yes.
Oh, wait, let's
that's
not
what-
say where we're from. We're defo's going to,
We're,
You're heading to
we're
Gomez.
up to
Gomez
not
Harbor.
set. We're daring enough to think we can get in.
Going to Cowbay, join the military.
mm-hmm.
I'll keep note of that. No one suspicious has come in so far. I'll let you know if I see any darkly cloaked, clad individuals other than yourself. Points to you, Zero.
Sometimes it's the more hidden in plain sight types that you gotta look out for.
I'll just pretend I don't know you.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably the best idea. I feel like we should have been warning other people on our journey, like, hey, by the way,
I'm
if
not
somebody
sure why
comes
we
looking
didn't.
For us, don't fucking tell them.
Listen, we figured it out now.
I put so many people in danger. Oh,
For this
God.
mission only, we can ignore our status as the Zodiacs, I think.
It's like being treated like wanted criminals or something.
We're like unwanted criminals.
It's kind of
We're
like
criminals,
that.
but no one actually wants us.
Yeah, we get chased out of cities. So.
Well, you have Chris with you, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, should we leave you two alone to say final words before we head off? Wink, 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 nudge, nudge, nudge.
Zero tiptoes out anyway.
Yeah, make a stealth check. Yeah, you satisfactorily tiptoe out. Not your best work, you know, like C- at best.
That's fair.
I also
Sure,
leave-
just looks towards you, Chris. Just looks to all of you. Just
Jan and Georgie are gone. We left with Zero, but we didn't sneak. We just left.
Riley is observing.
okay. So it turns to you, Chris. Well, anything else you want to say to me?
You got this. Oh no,
It's your, like,
Brandon,
sins are-
Sweden.
No,
Oh, yeah,
This is
Sweden.
Brandon.
Oh
Sweden.
no!
That comes up in the funniest time.
Yeah.
So.
Hello.
There he
Hello?
is. There he is.
If you meet a guy named Luca, just send him to Silnia.
As Zero's sneaking out, they're gonna send Mage Hand back to like grab Riley and just like tug him slowly. See if he'll come.
Or you feel a pressure pulling you from the back of your scruff.
What's going on here? He's like swatting his back. Must be the wind.
Must have been my imagination.
Huh? Guess it was nothing.
Luca, Sonia.
Wait, what is the source of that? You say that enough. I don't know if I actually know the source.
It's Game Grumps.
Oh.
God.
Right. Luca, Sonia. This Luca a friend of yours?
I'm not sure yet. Maybe.
Any and all Lucas will be heading Sonia bound. Yours just leans in. Anything else you want to say to me?
I'm not too sure.
Sort of just sits back in her chair. All right,
Plain hard.
your room's
to
all
get.
ready. I think you're covered in something. Just points to the sort of dark ichor-like stains on most of your clothing.
Oh yeah.
Like me to have a bath fetched for you?
Yeah, we need a bath.
That can be arranged. And she starts rummaging through some paperwork, calling some workers. I was about to say servants. This isn't a noble house. Workers over here. Yeah, and over the course of a bit part of an hour, you guys all have a relaxing bath. Your clothes are all laundered, freshly washed, dried. Overall, feeling refreshed. This is one of the nicer inns you've been to, with a working, functioning bath.
Luxury.
Before we leave, I want to look for someplace in town to kind of like drop one of the horses off at. This will be whatever horse I've been riding.
Okay. So let me check what horses you got here.
What do we still have? Is it just like Gordon? And...
You have Fury, who
Yep.
is horse-like. You have Ramsey and Wolfgang. I think Gordon died.
Man, we
Ramsey,
just
the
can't
full
keep our
black
Gordons
horse.
alive.
I'm gonna
Ramsey,
say
full black horse, and Wolfgang, the brown speckled horse, who is a little bit skittish now that he's had a life and death experience.
I'm gonna say I was riding Ramsey, and I'm gonna go ahead and find a way to kind of just set him up somewhere where somebody will take care of him. I don't feel safe taking him to Thane, and I feel like this would be a better place to leave him because we like at least know people here, and yeah.
Riley will accompany Zero and then ask Fury. Hey Fury, how do you feel about cold places?
Fury sort of just looks around, finds a nearby torch, and just stands real close to it.
That's how it is, huh? Well, that's where we're headed next. Do you want to get left behind?
Make a persuasion check.
Well, no, I'm asking if he wants to like not go.
I know.
It's not like a. I don't know what tone you thought I was having there.
No,
I'm
just make a
like
persuasion check.
asking, hey, do you want to like not go?
Yeah, it's a make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Okay. Fury sort of grabs Zero as you're sort of walking Ramsey. Fury sort of just breaks off and sort of grabs the reins from your hands and begins walking where the city gates would be, sort of just stops, looks back.
Wait,
I'm
so
assuming that means staying behind.
Riley, just make an insight check.
Sure.
You can both make insight checks, actually.
Well,
Okay, yeah, never mind.
I am fine-tuned to this horse thing.
Yeah, you spend time with Fury, feeding him fish and such. Zero, that's a weird horse. Yeah, you get the sense that Fury likes you enough that if need be, he's willing to take care of the horses until you get back.
Okay.
Like a baby
All right.
bear.
Hold down the fort for us then, friend.
quote take care.
What are we paying this horse? You know, like what's the equivalent of like babysitting money for a horse?
Fish a day, steaks on weekends.
It's a done deal.
Cora might be into that.
Imagine seeing a horse pulling another horse.
Yeah, it's a weird sight. I mean, it's not the first time he's had to take care of the horses by himself. So
That's true.
That's so sad.
We got fucking latchkey horses. What the fuck?
Are there any markets open right now?
there's stables that exist, but it's 12 at night. You can try to
No,
talk to somebody if you can.
I want to go buy Fury some meat.
Okay. Like full open markets, no. You might be able to go back to the Wood Roost and just steal a steak.
Steal?
Because, you know, you paid for rooms there.
Okay, I'm gonna go grab one.
All right. Yeah, easy enough. The tavern's still there. Mild convincing from, not even convincing, just asking Janice, really. Yeah, just, yeah, yourself a pretty decent steak. Not like, you know, prime cut shit, but it's a steak and it's pretty thick cut.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm delivering that straight to Fury. It's a farewell gift. For now, anyway.
All right. As Fury takes the steak in one hand and sort of keeps the reins of Ramsey And the other, is Wolfgang coming as well?
That's up to Chris.
Yeah, Wolfgang can go.
Okay. You see a strange sight, to be sure. A bright white horse, which is what Fury likes to be, carrying a stake in its mouth and the reins of 2 horses, walking itself out of the city gate. You watch as the guards that are stationed around just slowly look at this weird, like, I think it's like a circus act or something, just this horse walking itself, pretty much.
It's walking out of the city?
Yeah.
Which direction?
You guys say north.
Okay.
Yeah, but around Nelid is where, say, you left him, if need be.
Okay.
All right.
Simon, are you gonna like roll to see if you can keep them alive?
Who knows?
It will be like roll up.
He could be dead out there. We don't know.
Yeah.
I could always send a message to Growlup.
Oh yeah, you could check on your boy.
I'll think about it. Did I
Yes,
cast? No, Growlup's probably asleep right now. It's fine. I'll
Do
wait.
we want to teleport to Sylnia right now and then find somewhere to stay when we get there? Or do we want to take a long rest and then teleport?
Chris,
I'm fine either way.
how you feeling?
Well, there is a chance that we could not be in the place that we want to be at. So
Let's maybe not take that risk then.
we might want to be prepared for that.
Oh, because I don't know. Me and Simon talked about it recently. We just need like a piece of something physical from that place, right?
Like an object that came from that place, yeah.
Well, we didn't take any of the books from the library with us, right?
But we have. I'm pretty sure it was from Sylnia, right? Those pocket watches.
Oh yeah, true.
So maybe it won't be as big of a risk. I think. I don't.
There wouldn't be a risk. It would be 100% chance of getting there.
Oh, well then.
Then I guess it's whatever we want to do. What does everyone feel like?
Well, we've wrapped up everything here, so it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
If we could wake up in Sylnia, that would be pretty good.
Maybe
if
we can. Maybe we can ask. Maybe the shipyard's open.
Oh, Chris, we're waiting on you then. It's your decision to make now.
Okay, I teleport.
Okay. I'm assuming you're taking your allies with you.
Yeah.
Okay. I was seeing if you had to like hold hands or something. No, I don't think you do. Just 10 range feet. 10 foot range. You're good.
There's no warning.
Yeah. Just, what are you, Pratchell? All right. Yeah. So you teleport. You cast teleport for the first time. Figure out how to teleport in the middle of a dungeon. What would you like your teleports to look, feel, sound like?
I'm thinking more like kind of like we all kind of like go into this a singularity point, and then this like opposite thing happens when we go back. I mean, when we get to the place where we want to be, where we kind of emerge from this singularity, and then we're all there, and then it's kind of like I guess kind of like a popping noise or something like that. Maybe not too loud, but
Wait, did you just say a popping noise?
yeah.
The sound of bending time and space.
He's making a reference. Only I get that one. Damn.
Okay. As you cast teleport, you all see in between all of you in this 10-foot radius this tiny little point in space. It almost seems like it's being tunnel visioned in the center of it. Your vision just gets thinner and thinner until eventually it's just focused on that one point. You begin to see all your friends sort of being stretched a little bit towards this point and then unstretched into you find yourself emerging in the very suddenly humid, pretty warm city. You can see above you the smog as you begin to watch your friends sort of unravel themselves from this sort of space-time singularity. You begin to see these tall smoke columns rising up from distant chimneys. Where are you right now? You got this from Spectator Yard, so... You go. There we go. As you arrive midnight, the dark sky, blocked by the pollution from the factories just to the north of you. The smell of smoke, the steam, the hissing. Let's see here. I need to fucking put on some background noise. Yeah, haven't used that in a while. Okay. And you find yourselves, for the first time, the fastest you've ever traveled in a blink of an eye. You traveled a very long time, a very long distance to Sylnia from Nelid.
That was my first teleport, guys. How did it feel?
I can't believe that actually worked without a hitch.
My ears popped.
Great job.
You just see around you, it's just an empty yard, pretty much at this point. The platforms that used to hold these sweaty peddlers festival, you're just right next to that platform where you bought that watch / knife / lighter, I think. Yeah, it seems fairly barren. There are a couple of guards that have watched you just appear. They don't seem that fazed by it, weirdly enough.
I raise my hand to them and say, I'm a wizard.
Yeah, you watch
Just a wizard.
you watch one of them like nod and then just the okay. Like this is just an everyday occurrence to them.
Wow, this sure beats a couple days train ride. Sorry, what's a train? I mean steam line.
Train car. All right, but you find yourselves in the city of science. Where would you like to go? Dead of night. Shit, sorry.
What was the
Would you
tavern
guys,
we were
like-
staying at before?
You're staying at the Eagle Point Inn,
Right.
run by I think an orc dude named Brandon.
True. There was another place we stayed at as well.
Wait, this is
At a
the place we had
changeling.
We had the throwing contest here, right?
Yeah.
Would you guys like to try and check out, to see if there's an airship available? Maybe if they're open to get tickets, and then
Yeah, we can
just
check it
to
out.
save some time, perhaps.
I suppose it wouldn't be too bad. How much did it cost us per person to board last time? Like 250 gold?
Total or something. It
Oh,
was
okay,
a set.
total.
It was a set route. I believe from. Let me just check again. Christ, I have so many tabs. I have tabs for tabs. You traveled from Sylnia to Imus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, never mind. I think you guys took like 125 gold a person or something.
Yeah, I don't even have that much.
Yeah, in the community, I think the community is like past 1,000 now, right?
I think so.
Yeah, it's fine. Hey Simon, am I allowed to make a check to kind of see if so Thane's supposed to be like this wasteland for thieves, not thieves, but like criminals. Can I make the check to see if I know like do airships even go to Thane?
Make a history check. Okay. Did we roll for this last time, didn't we? Like a while ago. I remember not. Yeah. There is smugglers exist. And just from hearsay, but you're pretty sure that it exists. That outside of Teague, which is where, that's like the only official city in Thane. Period. There is one that's supposedly like filled with criminals that have escaped or just were born there or something. It's like another little like an under civilization. Smugglers exist, and there's a pretty big den of crime. So there's usually some way that they have to just get there and back without being seen. Could be airships, could be just regular ships. Hard to tell, but wouldn't be out of the question.
I guess. Yeah, we can go check it out and see what's what at the airship dock or whatever.
Before we go there, I'm gonna go to the guards, and I'm gonna ask one of them. So how is the Sunny situation?
There is no situation. Everything's under control. You watch the guards sort of eye you.
Can I
Okay.
insight check that?
Make an insight check. Everything is not under control.
Yeah. Good. Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
pat him on the shoulder and say, "Good job."
So he sort of just looks at the shoulder you pat, just wondering why you're getting like so friendly and familial.
I'm squinting at him.
Does Riley notice the squinting?
With your passive perception, there's a squint contest happening right now. Squinting back, squinting backwards, back and forth squinting.
Hmm.
I start to squint at him.
Oh, okay. Riley also squints. You know,
The second guard squints back at you and back and forth at Chris.
Squint, squint, squint.
I read in a novel once that was a certain line that was said. There is no war. Are you sure? Are you sure everything's fine?
Everything's been handled.
How'd you handle it?
We have patrols. And they are keeping the peace. Any other questions you have, ask?
How are you holding up?
Is the shipyard open?
The shipyard's always open. Airships arrive all the time. Try to make a persuasion check.
With advantage because I'm so cute?
No.
Persuasion.
Yeah, he's goes back. I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking.
When he says the shipyard's always open, Zero's gonna turn to Riley and whisper, "His mom's always open."
You really need to work on your jokes, Zero.
Jenna high five Zero.
That was a whisper also. I'll roll for stealth if I have to, but that was a whisper.
Yeah, roll first off. Yeah, it was pretty quiet. Fairly quiet. The guard sort of just eye you up. Is there anything else you require of us, or do we get back to our patrol?
Yeah, you should probably do that.
Well, then take care. Don't find yourself in any funny business. As they begin to march off away from you, they just take post in like a different section of the yard.
All right, Chris, lead the way.
Yeah, I'll try to get to the shipyard the best I remember.
Yeah, your intelligence is thick. You can find yourself. You can follow kind of see like a big tower in the distance.
Yeah,
Seven.
probably seeing ships leaving in and out, perhaps.
Yeah, there's a couple of airships going to and from. Not a huge amount, but you can't just follow it to the source. Yeah. Oh.
As we're traveling, can I just kind of like, I guess we're just following Chris, so I don't really have to do much navigating. Can I just kind of like check the walls and our surroundings of the travel to see if I can find any thieves' can?
Yeah, make a perception check.
Oh no.
Yeah, because investigation would take a little bit more time.
Are you saying that you're doing this?
Yes.
Uh,
Probably not. Probably not. No.
No, okay. You're on your own. Sorry.
Yeah, but with between following Chris and just keeping an eye out, it's hard to make like thieves' can's meant to be hidden like fairly well, so it doesn't catch the eye immediately, and be discovered immediately. You don't find any thieves' cant on the walls or any under crates, any of the usual spots that they would normally find. You didn't have a huge amount of time to just pour through and search. Okay, as you arrive to the wind nest, passing by the sort of pipe encrusted houses, there's all pouring steam. You see wires stringing from house to house. Everything sort of just overlaid with like this thin film of copper, giving this like sort of metallic sheen. Very much steampunk city. Get to the wind nest, this open yard filled with just lumber and various like bits of scrap metal, finely shaped, intricate scrolled spheres, just meant to be like part of some magic engine to make airships work somehow. The ever-present scent of sawdust and the sound of sawing. People are working here day and night, seemingly. You see the large tower-like construct, the wind nest itself, with the several platforms, with a couple of airships already sort of moored there, if you will. And at the base, you do see like the table that you requisitioned a ticket from last time. You sort of hear just like you see like a lot of people working here. You see big burly orc dudes. You see just like carpenters just measuring stuff out. You see like a couple of ogres. They're just lugging huge amounts of lumber. And you hear off in the distance, you hear about 3 toots of a whistle, and then followed by "Keep moving, everyone."
Do we recognize that voice?
Make an intelligence check.
God. Oh, because it's not a skill. It is.
Yep, just straight intelligence, brain power.
Oh!
You're running through all the voices you heard. Grollup?
No way.
Oh my fucking god. Channel loses it. I don't even tell the girl to start running in the direction.
Yeah, you start running towards the sound.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as you turn, you just look to where that sound was. You see, probably about like 100 feet from you, a ogre, sort of yellow, sagging skin, shirtless, but still, but like with better pants, sort of just like carrying like a huge sack of stones, and you see around the neck like a whistle.
Oh.
Our boy. Janet's just gonna like put her like. Wait, one. Does it look like he's doing something important?
Hmm?
Does it look like he's doing something important that should not be interrupted?
He's like lugging a huge like sack, like a net full of stone right now, like unworked stone,
He probably could
and
deserve
sort
a
of just
break.
like walking.
I'll just put Janet will put her like hands around her mouth and just shout like growl up.
Okay, as you sort of say that, you watch this towering ogre figure that could step on you. Really, just look down, and you see like the brightest, beamiest of smiles, and you hear
Yeah.
"Friend," and it just drops the big like net of stone with a giant thud. Everyone looks to see what just happened, or they see like anyone's dead, like an accident happened. The three of you turn around. You see this big ogre just grabbing Jana, lifting her up, and just
Aw.
squeezing you. It kind of hurts.
Oh, but in a good way.
Yeah. You sort of hear very loud, "Friend, you're alive!"
Friend, you're alive. I'm gonna shout, everyone, Grollops over here.
My, this is unexpected.
Just
We were just thinking about you.
He drops her, puts you down, and just also just yells, "Friends!" and begins just barreling towards the three of you.
I would like to dodge.
What's Scrollop's strength, motherfucker?
Zero's not a hugging person.
You are now.
He's just, yeah. This will be funny. No, he misses. Okay. As he sort of just runs in arms out, just sort of does like a sweet baseball slide and just attempts to grab all three, but Zero, you're a slippery bastard. So you just sort of duck under a kind of pungent, sweaty armpit. Ogre hygiene. And sort of just squeezes the life out of you, Chris, and Riley.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Riley will allow it.
I will
After
just-
a few seconds of Grop spinning and while hugging you at the same time, puts you all down.
Holy shit. Okay. Thanks.
Seems
Grollops.
like you found your luck. Sorry, what?
No, I'm having a real life coughing fit, but I'm trying to roll it in as if Grollops because of Grollops.
Oh, okay.
Method acting, never heard of it.
I understand. That's my bad. I time everything so poorly.
Yep, Grop sort of just kneels down. Everyone's sort of just watching, continuing their work, but just, keeping an eye out. Grop's just crouched down. "You're all alive! You all come visit Grolop?"
Honestly, you thought you'd still be around Obethis, so this is nice.
Grolop walked for a long time.
Yeah, what have you been up
Grolop get
to?
attacked by wolves?
Hmm?
No.
Did you beat him
Wolves
up
were
like how he
tasty.
showed you?
Oh.
Yeah,
Good for you, Grollops. So proud.
wolves are tasty. Then I find nice people. Nice people say that Sylnia has things that I can do.
Well, it looks like you found your lot.
I like it here a lot.
Are they
Good.
nice to you?
Oh yeah. They give food, and they say I do a good job when I haul lumber everywhere.
That's great.
Yeah, it sounds like you got it made here.
Sometimes they let me sleep in someone else's house.
Oh.
It's hard to fit sometimes, though. Why are
Jenna.
all friends in Sylnia too?
We're here to, leave.
Oh. But friends just got here.
Oh, we won't be gone until later, so it's okay.
Can
Wondering-
Grollup come?
Will your boss let you?
He sort of just looks to like a person who's sort of kind of close. There's like this bearded human guy, sort of like tan skin. He sort of looks. You see the dude just like very vehemently shaking his head. I think Grollup still has work to do here.
That's probably
okay.
the best.
Yeah, it won't be safe.
We'll
come
know
back
where to
visit.
find you, though. We'll come visit you.
Bring you
Where are you
a
going?
souvenir.
Where are my friends going?
Going to the
oh,
scary cold place.
okay.
Albatross.
We're going to Thane.
What's tame?
It's way over there. He points, basically to the north.
Whoa. No, only water's there. Are you going swimming?
If you go long enough, you'll find something other than water.
Do you find a beach? Grollup's never been to a beach.
Oh, you should go to Fairhaven then.
I've been to Fairhaven once.
There is a beach there.
The people there shot at me,
Oh,
but I
Yeah.
also had my goblin friends with me.
Hmm.
Do you get, like, PTO? Like, vacation days? Do you get anything like that? We should take you sometime.
I have every 3 days a week off. I go out and find deer to eat.
Aw.
As long as they're treating you good here.
Oh yeah, no one's hit me yet, except on accident, and they always say sorry.
That's good.
and a life you want to be living.
They're a lot nicer than the goblins.
I'm glad.
You hear from like the guy that was shaking. Grollup, still have your haul to do.
It's not bad. Keep at it
Yeah.
then, mate.
Glad he's found some friends at least. Good ones, seems like.
Hmm.
Still got work to do though. Come on. So Grollup sort of looks a bit sad. I think Mr. Brian wants me to go back to work now.
You probably should.
We'll catch up with you at the end of your shift before we leave, okay?
Okay. Will you say goodbye to me when you go to Tame?
Yes.
You sort of watch him like you almost see like a light bulb above his head as he sort of his like eyebrows sort of just raise a little bit. Oh, and he sort of just reaches in his back pocket and he pulls out a very fine like a gold-plated whistle, and he sort of like hands it to one of you in case
think-
you need help.
Oh, thank you, Grollup. This is great.
You blow it and then Grollup will come beat something up. As long as Grollup can hear it.
Oh, Janet definitely wants to take this whistle if no one else.
Yeah, I think
No,
Jana
it's
was the
yours.
one to give him the whistle to begin with,
Yeah.
right? This is definitely
Yeah.
Jana's.
Yeah, it's a fairly nice whistle too. It's like it's sure it's like a whistle, so it's not like that expensive, but like it's not like a cheap one copper whistle. It's like a 1 silver whistle.
Jana's gonna give Grollup like a little hug.
Yeah, it's like hugging a tree, like his leg, and he sort of just like gently this time sort of wraps his giant lumbering arms around you. He's sweaty, but you know, it's nice. And sort of lets go. Are you going to buy a ticket now?
I think that's
Yeah,
the
we're-
plan.
We're gonna see if we can.
I'll get back to work then. I'll be here tomorrow too.
We'll come back to see you.
Okay, friends. Say goodbye before you go.
We
Goodbye,
will.
grow up. Good to see you again.
It is good to see friends again. And you see, like, his teeth are, they're not... They're a little bit better than what they looked like before. It looks like he had some dentistry done.
He's
They're
got
still
dental.
ogre teeth. Yeah.
You treat him right.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
seemingly, yeah, he literally does have dental. Yeah, like it looks like you can see like he has some of his natural teeth left, but the ones were like rotting before, like they got removed, and there's like fake implants put in. So they're like way wider than the other ones, but they're getting worn down pretty quickly. Ogre teeth. And he sort of just goes, "Bye, friends,"
Bye, growl up.
and he begins wandering back to that sack of rocks that he dropped before, and begins pick it up one-handed, no issue, and begins walking to wherever he needs to dump it off.
That was nice and serendipitous.
Yeah. A pleasant surprise. Good to see that he's not only alive but thriving.
Yes.
What a glow up. Forest troll to a nice little worker. Right then. Let's go spend money we don't have.
Okay. Right. As you approach the bottom of this tall tower, there's a guy sat at a desk. Gnome dude. Looks pretty old. Like old for a gnome, at least. So he's been around. Sort of just like big curly white eyebrows, completely clean shaven, and sort of has like slick back hair that sort of has like coming out of widow's peak. Jesus, my chest. Oh fuck. I sort of just looks up. Welcome to Winlest. What's your destination?
Would it be crazy to say Thane?
He sort of looks up. Yes.
Well, because that's where we want to go.
Well, that's the case, then it's not a official mode of transport, not an official route, so that'll be something you discuss up with one of the pilots.
Is Captain Doodoo here?
No. I believe he left. He does the Imasilia route.
That's the only one he's he does, huh?
Mainly. Unless it's a state of emergency or a special requisition. Something you have to work out with the pilot themselves, but he's a floater class, flies a floater class. They don't have a lot of range.
Floater class.
Yes,
I get it.
floater
Okay.
class.
Mm.
There's a few pilots upstairs. If you would like to speak with them, they maybe might be able to fly you to Thane for whatever reason.
Yes.
That is up to entirely you and the pilots, if anyone is crazy enough to do so.
Yep, I'm ready to go up there.
Let's get a pilot willing to take us then.
Okay. As he sort of opens the door, sort of just ushers you in. As you climb the wind nest, the second time you've done this, it's just this big spiraling tower with like a central elevator lifting cargoes up and down. I see a couple workers just going to and fro, some riding the elevator, some not. Eventually you reach the top. There's only currently 2 airships here. One had just left. One looks fairly small, doesn't have any balloons or sails on it. The other one looks a fair bit bigger. And this one does have sails. It has these big spanning wings. Looks pretty fancy. Don't see any pilots, but you do see a lot of workers. The big one does have a sizable crew, sort of just offloading goods. The small one doesn't have anything on it currently.
Are there crew members at the small one?
Nope, not you can see at least.
Do
Can I go
pilots have like distinct clothing from the crewmates? They do or they do not?
What was the question?
Do pilots have distinct clothing from crewmates?
Typically, yeah. You've only met one airship pilot, which was Captain Dudu. He did have like a different regalia than the rest of the crew, like a bit more adorned. The rest of the crew just had a normal shirt on, pretty much.
Okay.
Can I go investigate the small one?
Yeah. So you just sort of walk up the docks. Be careful not to fucking slip and fall. There are railings. As you sort of cross the planks, you don't see anyone on it. But as your footsteps sort of clog in, a hatch from the front of the ship opens up, and you see a elderly woman, a human, sort of wiry, stringy hair. You see that she only has one arm. As she sort of just pulls herself up, just wearing this normal, just like almost like a sleeping blouse. And she sort of just looks at you all squinty-eyed.
Oh, I forgot it's like
Yes,
midnight.
can I help you?
I totally forgot what time it was. I'll come back and ask later. Sorry to bother you.
you've already here. And she sort of just slowly hoists herself up with the one arm she does have. And just, as she's ancient, especially for a human. She sort of just like very like hobbles towards you, like all hunchback and stuff. Her arm just like resting on her back. Let me take a good look at you. And she sort of just looks, scrutinizing, looking for something. I have a feeling that you're up to no good.
Is that racism?
I was about to say.
Riley says that.
What makes you
I know adventurers when I see them, covered in fancy clothes, weird weapons.
There's giving
Okay,
like
good. Zero, I don't think she's racist.
Thanks, Riley. Yeah, Zero's just kind of giving a smile. They don't really care. I'm gonna. I guess I'll just ask. Do you, when you are operating, do you travel to Thane by chance?
I travel anywhere that you pay me to. I don't have a set route. I pay by the mile.
Okay.
Sounds expensive.
Do you know? I guess I keep meaning to ask. Do airships go to Thane?
Officially, no. As she sort of leans in. Unofficially, yes.
Fantastic. How much would it be for the, what is it, 4 of us?
Well, it'll be an independent rental, so it'll be fixed price just to get the ship, and then someone will have to pay by the mile. It'll be 5 silver per mile. She pulls up a map. Where in Thane were you looking to go, or was that a question for later?
Somewhere pretty close to the coast, I believe. The only populated town in Thane, right?
Teague. That's the one. I can't drop you in it. They'll shoot me down, but I can drop you near it.
Yeah, near is fine. And
Yeah.
like maybe a couple miles away.
Yeah.
Will you be needing a return trip? Or do I just drop you off and leave you to freeze?
Chris,
Drop us off and leave us to freeze.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I think
I think we can handle the return trip ourselves somehow.
Yeah.
She sort of looks at you, Chris. You're a nerd, aren't you?
Do
I
they do
know
magic?
a nerd when I see one. Oh, nerds do all sorts of magic. Especially when I flush them down toilets.
Can I have 5, sir?
Yeah, she high-fives you with the one hand she does have, yeah. Now, few stipulations. My ship isn't... Sort of looks over to the ship like next to her, the big one. It's not a luxury ship. It's not a cruise ship. It is a traveling ship. If you're looking for comfort, this is not the place to find it.
Not
Though
long ago,
judging-
we were passengers on the brown shit. I'm
You'll
sure
be
anything
fine.
will beat that.
You'll be fine.
Brown shit actually was decent. Remember, Captain Doodoo's a pretty good man. He has a cook.
We had to
Yeah.
fight harpies.
Oh, if you're crossing the Whaling Sea, you might find more. I have ways
Great.
around it. Don't worry.
I think we're looking for discretion more than anything.
Chris, actually make an Arcana check.
Okay.
Yeah, because I forgot one detail that's pretty interesting.
Okay. Hold on.
Okay. As you all board the ship, and it's kind of hard to tell in the darkness. There's a couple lights, but it's not like lit here. The ship is outfitted with cannons, 2 on each side on the deck. You see a couple crates next to them. Yes, it's not like a huge ship by any means. You do see the helm behind it, and there's no sails. Notably, Chris, you all notice at this point as you're sort of standing on the deck, below you, you're standing on a sigil below you and carved in like on the deck itself. It's very intricate. It looks like a magic sigil. Chris, you recognize this to be some sort of illusion sigil. Not sure exactly what type of illusion, but it's definitely illusion.
Yeah, I'm good to go on the ship.
What was the base price that we were looking
It'll
at?
be 150 to rent out the ship. Then it'll be per mile from here to outside of Teague. A couple of miles, so I don't get blown out of the sky. Be additional 800 gold pieces.
Yeah, we do that.
And since you don't require the return trip, I can just leave, and it won't cost any additional.
Shiro's gonna turn to look at the rest of the party, see what they say.
He's ordered an ice sword. I don't have anything.
Wait, that was 800 in total?
800 for the distance traveled, and 150 to rent, 950 total. I don't care who pays.
I mean, am I the only one that's a little bit worried about what if we don't find a way back?
I mean, if
Tris!
you just teleport. Yeah.
We have a with us. We'll be fine.
If you want me to wait, I can wait up to 2 weeks. It'll be another 150 to rent, and it'll be half the distance traveled for the return trip, so 400.
How fast can you get up and going? Like, let's say we're in a situation that hypothetically we're being chased, right? Would you be able to leave immediately, or do you have to like warm up? How does that work?
Well, if you're a normal ship, you have Arcanite conduits that run on small Arcanite conduits. It would take a little bit to warm up. She sort of stomps her feet, and you hear this big, like, pop followed by a whir. Luckily, my ship isn't that.
What do you guys think? I feel like we have enough in.
I think we can pay it.
How much gold do we have? Is that number right in the community chest?
Don't recall.
Whatever's in the sheet
borrowing
is what's
from her.
right.
It says 9,000.
Do we actually
Yeah.
have 9,000? Holy
And
shit!
15
Yeah.
PP. We got a lot. We cashed in a lot last time.
Yeah, I guess we have been putting it.
That's true. May as well
Yeah.
then. Yeah.
What's the
Just
last
use
time
the
we
community,
bought something with the community?
right? And this is for the entire group, so may as well use
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, you're paying Liddy. All right. Okay, as you hand her the 950 gold, she sort of just throws it at the hatch that was still open, and you see this mechanical hand reach up and catch it and then pull it underneath. as sort of turns back to you, still in her jammies, pretty much. Holds at her right hand. Captain Avandra Lillian Caspian. That'll be your captain for the voyage.
Oh, pleasure.
Shake.
Riley will shake as well.
Okay, as you both shake the hand at the same time.
So
you all
Ivana?
collectively have the shake. Sir just goes, "Welcome to the Whisperwind. And whomst will I be traveling with today?"
Uh,
I'm Jana. This is my bear Giorgio.
you refer to me as Riley.
You're lucky I don't pay extra for animals.
Oh shit, we left all ours behind.
Riley, Jenna,
And I'm Chrysostomus.
nerd.
I have a question. Do you do alchemy?
Introductions first.
I'm 0. Chris, continue.
There we go. Your mother not teach you manners?
Oh,
Oh.
no.
A manner?
Never
My,
mind.
My mentor has a manner. His magnificent manner.
Chris is like, oh, I just learned that spell, yeah.
She sort of squints. I should have charged extra. Anyway, question. Yeah, if I do alchemy.
Yeah. Do you do alchemy?
No, I'm a tinkerer, if you will.
Not a nerd.
Would you know anyone who does alchemy?
Well, you're in the city of research and science. I imagine probably half the people you walk into.
Would it cost anything to bring along a traveler?
Well, you paid for the trip. I don't have that many cots. That's up to you.
Okay.
Because you really want to waste a day looking for somebody to bring, some random person to bring around with us. That could be disastrous.
I mean, just. Well, how
Oh,
long
wait,
is
we're
the
not
trip gonna
going.
Take?
We're not leaving right now, also, right? We're just settling
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, I didn't want to leave right now, and I also. How
Okay,
long
okay,
would the
okay.
trip take? Because, Chris, you might not even have enough time to like want to take them on the trip with us.
Well, you know, I'll find someone.
How long would the trip take? Do you say? On
Well,
the
it's Airship's a Gale class. Travels a bit faster than the floater I believe you were on before. Give or take 4 or 5 days. Maybe sooner, maybe later, depending on weather.
And hoppy activity.
Hmm?
You know what? Hold on. I have thought of something. Does my... It's a creature. God damn it.
How long to be proficient in something?
A couple weeks.
Yeah, it's not even worth doing then.
Yeah, maybe we can take a little mini vacay when we get back to Selnia after what we do with Merrick, and then we can, Chris can do it then. If this is like the best place to, hire somebody to trade him, then maybe we'll do it when we come back.
Yeah, we could do that.
Right, when do you want me to set off? Is it right now? I can do it right now.
No, not right now.
How much time do you think we need, Jenna?
I mean, we can leave late. We had to say bye to Growlup for realsy.
Oh, yeah.
True.
So do we want to leave tonight, guys, or do we want to just... We could just run and say bye to Girl, and then we can leave if you want to go right now.
I guess that's also true.
You paid for the ship. I'll be here when you need me, whenever you decide that.
Alright.
Yeah. I guess we are be right back then.
I'll keep the ship warmed up. Get dressed.
Sorry for waking you.
I'm used to it. Ever been attacked by harpies on the way there during the midnight?
Sounds horrible.
Pretty par for the course. Being waking up and getting paid, that's a little bit more pleasant. Take all the time you need. I'll be here when you need me.
Thank you.
Okay. He sort of slinks back down to the hatch, closes.
Rather painless.
Okay, just heading back down, saying GG's to Grollup.
Pretty much.
Okay. All right. As you head down, Grolup's now carrying like 4 stacks of like whole trees just by himself, and he's sort of just dropping them in front of like a bunch of carpenters that are like almost afraid of Grollup because he's bringing too many trees to them to cut and the workload's building up. As he sort of sees the guys again, he can he's about to like run over these people in excitement that he begins to like walk like a civilized person, like back up straight towards you.
Oh.
Did friends buy a ticket?
Yeah, looks like we're heading out right away.
Oh,
Yeah, it surprised us too.
I thought we would get to play more.
It's okay, buddy. We'll be back.
Promise?
Of course.
He sort of holds out this giant meaty pinky.
Riley will grasp with his entire hand.
Pinky promised. You can't break a pinky promise.
Don't intend to.
That's what Mr. Bryan said.
Who's Mr. Bryan?
Oh, he's my boss. He's the one that found me. I thought they were going to shoot at me like every other one else. But he said I was looking big and strong and I was friendly, so he brought me with him back.
Good lad. Just don't get yourself wrapped up in too many pinky promises. Make sure you have a healthy amount.
Only have special pinky promises?
Well, as many as you think you can take on, anyway.
I only have 2 pinkies.
You'll be
Good.
fine.
Probably
Get
nothing. Yeah.
He holds up his right pinky. I'm saving this pinky for you guys.
Oh. Can we get you something, Growlithe, before we go? Is there like a baked goods, like a bakery nearby?
It's like 1 in the morning, isn't it still?
That's when they
Yeah,
start
it's
making the bread,
12:45.
right?
No, it's like it's like fucking it's like 1:30.
Okay, well, there's got to be like, where do the drunk people go when they get hungry at night? Like one of those places, like a little late night diner.
I want something more special. Only something my friends can give me. And he sort of holds out his arms.
Oh no.
Oh, Janet,
Riley,
for the hug.
yep. Yeah, Riley will as well.
Backs up.
Group
Girl
hug.
backs up.
Jana shoots
Yeah.
Zero the nastiest look. Like, if you don't get in here, we'll forget you on the ride.
Oh my god. She conveys that with just a stare.
Yes.
Zero remains outside of the hug.
Okay. As Grollup hugs the 3 of you, sort of looking at you, Zero, just a little bit sad.
Zero sees this look and feels bad and puts their hands up for a hug, arms up.
As you join the big group huddle, it's less of a hug and more like you're being like crushed by Grollup collectively.
No.
Yeah, he's still sweaty.
Great.
You guys are a little bit slicker than you were before.
Nothing a nice breeze out on the ocean can't fix.
It smells like hard work. Okay, as y'all let's go. He sort of just like finds a like errant piece of string that he steals from a carpenter, and the carpenter's about to say something and just sees the moment, just ignores it. And so he sort of very clumsily ties a knot around his pinky. Pinky promise.
Good way to remember.
I forget a lot of things, so this will help me remember.
Good
I'll
lad.
never forget my friends, though. Promised. Okay. As he sort of gets up, looks back at Mr. Bryan, who you can see is just in the background. Hard to see with the beard, but he looks like he's smiling. Sort of just letting it happen. I think I have to get back to work or Mr. Bryan will yell at me.
Give it your all, mate. We
When
gotta
I
get
do
back
a
to
good
work
job,
too.
I can get cake.
Ooh.
We'll catch you next time we're in town, Growlup, but we're glad to see you're in a good place.
I'm in a much better place, yeah. Thanks for saving me from my old friends.
They weren't
Right.
much friends.
You guys are much better friends. As he sort of backs up and begins to pick up more logs, he sort of just uses his fingers to like wave goodbye, smiles.
It's a salute from Riley.
Yep. Salute.
Yep. Jana kind of like waves the whistle around to show like she's got it.
Grolop sort of picks up the whistle around his neck and he just blows it as loud as he can.
Oh, Jana blows the whistle back.
Yeah, it's a very crisp, clear whistling sound, like it's never been used before.
Oh.
Pure, pristine.
That makes me
Grollup.
feel good, actually. Can you imagine if he blew the whistle and, like, we didn't come? Holy shit. That's a relief, actually, then.
Okay. As he begins to haul off more logs, adding to the already stressful workload of the other carpenters. You look up towards the wind nest and you see the whisper wind chugging along, this sort of arcane smoke pumping out from these two crystals jutting out of the back.
Time to go.
Wait, are we leaving on the ship now?
Do you
Is there
need
anything
to do
else you
something?
needed to do?
Wait, where are we at the moment? Are we in the shipyard or on the ship?
In the
We're
shipyard.
Growlup still. Oh, okay.
Yep.
We're on the ship?
In the
No.
shipyard.
Oh, in the shipyard. Okay. I wanted to tell Zero, you might want to take a look at that ship. There's I noticed an arcane seagull there that kind of points to some sort of illusion. So you might want to take a look.
Any charges
Should I
left?
wait? No, I don't have any left. Should I wait till tomorrow to do that before we get on? Like if we sleep tonight and we catch it in the morning, because it is like 1:30, so if we get a long rest, come back, I can use it and see what the deal is. Maybe.
Seeing we're leaving today.
Yeah.
The arcane sigil was huge. Like it took up the whole deck. Like it wasn't like hidden or anything.
Just ask about it. We're gonna be on that ship for a few days.
We don't always have to sneak around. We can just act.
Honestly.
That's. I mean, I don't know. If it's all over the deck like that, maybe it's not something that sinister. So we can just ask her, or we can wait till tomorrow and I can try to use my Eye of Truth while we're up there. But I mean, if we're If we have nothing else to do down here, we should just probably head up.
Well, I'm a little bit concerned about whether or not those guards were bullshitting about the Sunny situation, but we can always discover what's going on with that when we get Merrick in our grasp again.
Yeah. Has anyone checked in on Claudine?
Oh, well, there's a bit late. Then again, time zones. What? No, what time does the sun? Would it be earlier or later in Tetscat right now?
Earlier, right?
I haven't really figured out which way the planet rotates yet.
Well, time to decide. It's relevant.
Let's see.
But if you
You
change
caught
your
you,
mind,
Simon,
no
it's a
one
flat
will ever
Earth.
know.
Earlier. Let's say earlier. This bitch rotates counterclockwise.
Okay, sending stone. Well, we're off to board a ship to Thane. Let you know how it goes.
XOXO gossip girl.
Okay. About 20 seconds pass. You don't hear a response, but then you hear Roger in the middle of pickpocketing right now. This dumbass doesn't even see me. Back in his carriage.
If I could send more than one, I would, but I can't.
Okay. All right. Making way up the wind nest.
Hi.
All right. Okay. As you get back up there, you see a couple more things. You see the captain Evandra. Looks like she's dressed in like a big like black captain's jacket that's like really like fluffed up with fur. More notably, you notice that the missing arm she's had is there's now like 2 arms that are made of metal attached to it, and it's sort of like strapped across her with like a series of leather straps. As she's sort of just picking at it, they're sort of just limply dangling, and as she's sort of just screwing it on, you hear this sort of electrical shock, and you just hear "ow!" as the arms almost begin to move of their own accord. You also notice there's no crew. It's just her, but you also notice there are 4 like metal humanoids walking around. They're like dressed in like this almost like a poncho like red piece of cloth and like this big red billowing hat. They have like these metal curly mustaches. You see they're armed. And they're sort of just standing at attention at the side of the ship.
Interesting contraptions.
Well, I'm a bit of a nerd myself. Different type of nerd.
What sort of magic is this?
Oh, it's a little invisibility thing. This was a it was a smuggling ship.
Fantastic.
That's fine.
Let's say we
Was
bought it
or
from the
still
previous
is?
captain.
Okay,
Was.
You killed him. Got it.
I peacefully acquired it.
You know how to read between the lines. We are not ones to judge.
Adventures never are. You all set to go then?
Yeah.
No, you're not. You're going to Thane. Do you know what's in Thane?
Exactly what's in Thane.
Snow.
mammoth.
Snow, ice.
Oh.
You look like you
Danger.
dressed just straight from the desert.
I did, yeah.
We should probably go
kinda
buy
freeze your nuts
our
off there.
stuff, huh? Yeah. This is the DM directly telling us we should go buy shit.
This is where the extreme weather rules apply. Yeah.
I have some stuff.
Is there anything open right now?
Oh, he's just flaming sphere. It's fine.
Not on my ship, you're not.
Right,
Simon,
so
Do you have a
warmth.
store? Do you have a store in this town you'd recommend we stop at for winter stuff?
Anything that sells furs?
Okay.
winter clothing, anything thick? Yeah, for the sake of brevity, it's I think yeah, this winter clothing's like fucking 10 gold a piece or something.
Can we see
open
like
it this hour?
this is like a this is like a airship dock. Can we see like the city like above it from here? Like can we see if there's any buildings that are lit up?
Yeah, there's a few. There's a couple of shops that stay open late, generally. Not a huge amount, but yeah, they exist.
May as well go scout, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just no, jeez. There we go. Yeah, just wandering through the city around that area. Just going back to the sort of where is it? Yeah, like there's a few tailors near like the like entrance to the Scholars District. So it doesn't take that long to go find like someone to get winter clothes for you. Pretty much, it's sort of winter clothes. They're like big, thick, furred clothing. However you want to flavor them. If you'd like, if you want cute little earmuffs. Yeah, that's up to you. Yeah, I think it's 10 gold, 10 gold apiece.
Riley is gonna have the Soviet drip.
A piece
Sweet and chug
for. Would we probably need a coat? What else would we need? A hat?
Yeah, so for the whole winter ensemble to be warm enough that you don't immediately freeze to death. Yeah, just 10 gold apiece for the whole outfit.
I
for the
paid
whole
mine.
outfit. Got it. I thought you said
Yeah.
a piece, so I was like, okay, got it.
From each of you, each person,
Got it.
one 10 gold.
My money's in.
Okay.
Okay. This is the winter episodes.
I want like really cute knitting like mittens, like the large red stitch, you know. Just
Are those the ones
cute.
that like collapse so you still have your fingers to use?
I don't know if anyone else had this book, but there was like a very cute children's book that was kind of like Slavic illustrated, but it was about this like lost mitten and like all the animals that lived inside the mitten until they found the owner, and it was very cute and beautifully illustrated. I'm imagining that exact mitten. So if anyone knows what I'm talking about, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh.
Hold on, I just need to write a new magic item.
Aww. I wonder
Okay.
if, yeah.
This is the Christmas episode where everyone has an outfit change.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and find a star hat with like it's kind of like a Santa hat, but except it's pointy.
Yeah, that easy enough. There's a there's a old legend of an old dude that would give kids presents named Chris Pringle. Yeah, wears the exact same hat. So you find one of those that that's like warm enough. Yeah, you can flavor your outfits, winter outfit, however you'd like. Riley can
I'd
wear an
also
extra big scarf.
And
I'd
Riley
also
is
like,
keeping
you
his usual scarf.
Kind of like a cloak, perhaps, like a maybe thicker cloak.
All right.
Yeah, I'd also just like a thicker black cloak with a nice big hood to hide my horns under, and then like a big scarf to cover like my nose and mouth with, and that's it.
Like desert winter wear.
Yes.
Nice. What's Riley looking like, out of curiosity?
Soviet.
Okay.
Single word.
Looking like you're straight out of the Cold War.
My comrades, we are going to save our friend.
All right. Janet got the red mittens on.
Mm-hmm.
Janet got that drip.
I also want a little pom-pom on my hat.
All right. Yeah, dressed for fun in the snow.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know Giorgio's totally fine. I'm putting in another 10 gold to get like a little scarf and hat and things for him.
Yeah, fair enough.
Cannot pass this opportunity up.
Yeah, he has one of those like dog mittens but oversized that make them walk all funny.
Can I'll also throw in 5 because I don't think they need the full get up, but for floof.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay. Okay,
Alright, yeah.
everyone's warm. Everyone's gonna be safe.
Yeah, y'all aren't gonna freeze to death. I can finally use these winter rules, which you now ignore. But yeah, as you make your way back to the wind nest, having acquired clothing, Captain Avandra sort of just guides you through the ship. It's not super huge. She guides you downstairs like the hatch. It's just a ladder. There's a table of what's like 5 chairs in it that you can just use wherever you want. Below that, or ahead of that, is just a couple of pillars with cots sort of strung between them. There's 8 that you can see. She shows you like a big storeroom that's full of just goods, if you will. There's just a single lantern there that's sort of attached to a table. It's been attached to the deck. There's just the food is mostly dried meats here. This is a survival ship, pretty much. Dried meats, dried fruits, stuff that lasts, pretty much. And the engine room, which shows you briefly before you die of choking. Yeah, as you all board, make your way to what semblance of comfort. Are you guys taking a long rest, or are you guys going to chill as you guys take off?
I'll get a long rest then.
Yeah.
Me as well.
I'll look outside while we're taking off. Then when we're at cruising altitude, I'll go to sleep.
Okay. All right. As the ones that are staying out to take the to watch the takeoff, you
I will
feel
also rest, yeah.
okay. As you feel well, you watch Captain Avandra sort of nod to someone in the witness itself and sort of prepare as the ship sort of drops a little bit before the engine kicks in and begins to whir louder and louder. Whoever's inside can hear it. If you're near Captain Avandra, it's pretty loud as the ship begins to pick up and up, gaining altitude before this city and the lights and all the people are just little specks in the distance. You can see the actual helm that Avandra's piloting. It isn't just like a wheel, pretty much. It's a wheel followed with just a billion buttons and levers. It's a one-man helm that she can pilot by herself if need be. And as the city lights begin to just turn into a single amorphous blob, you hear her yell over as the 4 constructs that are sort of sat there all look towards her. She just yells, "Grandchildren, keep an eye out for me, will you?" As they all begin to scramble to different positions, some manning the cannons, some just keeping eye out to the bow. One goes below deck, and the other one keeps sort of close to Avandra very quickly, like almost skittering. Despite being made of metal, they actually don't make a whole lot of noise. They're almost completely silent when they did this. As she sort of looks towards all of you, it'll be ideally smooth sailing till we all get to Thane, so late at night, get some nap times, if you will, children.
Can I quickly
meditate.
just insight check her? Just a general. Can we trust her? I know we're very late, but
Make an insight check.
We're already on the ship.
I know.
Yeah, you're checking if your Uber driver that you just got into driving on the highway is a serial killer.
Oh no.
She's an old woman. She's
Okay.
almost grandmothery, even.
Jan's tired.
Yeah, I'll hit the hay, I guess. No alarm set or anything.
Okay.
I will
Yeah.
also go to sleep.
All right. So I'm gonna bump you to the Whisperwind map here.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully you can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Bless you.
Thank
See the
you.
constructs. Okay.
And you guys can place your tokens wherever you'd like.
Where's bottom deck? That's I see. it.
On the right side. Yeah. So this is all like this. The left is the top deck. The right is the lower deck.
Right.
Yeah. All right, then we'll take a break from there. How about that piss, huh?
I remember there was a whole conversation about it one time.
I don't remember that. Did I just block it out of my brain, or was I not there?
That's a good response.
Brandon, will you say the word piss?
How much? How much?
I'll give you an extra $5 on top of the $5 I already owe you. That's $10. That's a whole Tim Hortons meal. All right.
I'm not sure yet.
Extortion.
It's okay. Think on it.
How very Brandon of you.
Very it's smart of you to capitalize on that.
Okay. So, what the fuck?
Brandon gets 1 degree and figured out he can pay people to get up.
Yes, this is intellectualism. Not being able to say the word properly.
All right. What were we doing? Cool. All right. So, as you all bed down for tonight, you find yourselves just sort of hanging in these sort of hammocks just strung across these pillars, just sort of partly support for the upper deck, partly just to hang these hammocks in. Georgia snuggle up in one, Riley snuggle up in one. No blankets, but you guys are pretty clad in your winter gear. It's almost comfortable sleep you've had. It gets kind of bumpy occasionally sometimes. Let's see here. Zero.
Yes.
You fall asleep. Preparing, gathering energy for the next day. You fall into a deep slumber, beginning to drift into unconsciousness. As your sleep takes you, you begin to hear whispers, voices, distant words being uttered that you can't make out clearly right now. You regain feeling in your fingertips. Before they were just there, just not really sensing anything, but they come back to you. You open your eyes from the newfound sensations. You find yourself standing in a bright white space with no end in sight, no floor, but you're standing on something. No walls you can see, no ceiling. There is no sun, but the room is fully lit. The echoing whispers turn into clear words. In a voice that sounds like it's being somewhat muffled, you hear from behind you. Hello? Hey. This thing on? I mean, to wake you from your nap time, but I do need to talk to you.
I turn around.
All right, turning around, you see a man, human, dark robes that look like they're fur-lined on the inside, head shaven completely bald. Notably, his jaw is broken, slanted to one side. Didn't heal correctly, it looks like. Ah, awake now? Apologies, I know you're trying to get some sleep. Took my boss a little while to find the right spell scroll, but hey, we're here now. I'm, well, you can probably wager a guess. You're Zero, I take it? What Zoella told me.
I mean, I guess I am.
I'm Virgil, representative for R. Yep, R. Yeah. You don't want to be seen right now, so I'm speaking on his behalf. From what Zoella told us, is it fair to say that you found yourself some interesting things underneath the world? R told me to tell you to tell me to tell you to tell him what he found, so I can tell him. Someone corroborate, compare notes, if you will.
So he wants me to tell you what we found
Yep.
in the earth.
Yep.
I would honestly would kind of prefer to do this in person with you guys at a later date with my group until I feel like we've had enough communication at this point that, we would be civil. We're all seemingly after something similar here.
Well, we just need to take some precautions. Just figure out what is important. I'm sure it is. Just, you have a history of shortening the lifespans of everyone around you. So we're just checking all our boxes is all.
That's fair. We uncovered a dark pillar and met a figure that showed us some very interesting visions involving some deities that have not been heard from in a very long time, as well as creatures that are not from this world. We are still collecting bits and pieces as we go, but the place that we found underground was, I believe, dwarven built. It was a ship, and they're gone now, as far as I know. We killed everyone there, and the ship was taken by another creature. But everything that was down there is gone now. We've found some traces of it above ground. We're still not sure what the facts are.
Huh. Well, it certainly sounds familiar, some of it at least. This pillar looks something like this, and from this sort of white space that you find yourself standing in, a sort of perfectly rectangle, black, glossy obelisk pretty much appears. Sound like that?
Yeah, that's it.
The creatures look something like this. You see a tiny gnome, sort of like clad in furs, but the skin sort of pale, and there's sort of like these little weird, sort of black, perfectly triangle crystals growing out of its face and arms and everything.
Similar to the bone glitter?
No, that's I don't believe that creature there is what comes from these. There's some sort of monster that the cloaked being that we met controls that does this to people. The bone glitter is what we called them. Yeah, this is I'm familiar with it. Yeah.
Okay, so it seems you know something that we don't. Well, I was told my art to tell you a little bit about us if what you told us was interesting, and I like to think that you're interesting enough, so I'll give you a bone. Just a little bit. I'm Virgil. Nice to meet your acquaintance, Zero. We as a group didn't really have a name, not originally at least, but for classification's sake, we call ourselves the Commission. Just a little special group dedicated to a task. Yeah. Yes, we've been stealing the dead. Yes, people have died. No, we're not happy about it. But we're a bit too deep in now at this point to stop. We're all like-minded, want to see it done. Most of us are mages. Less of us are fighters. More scholarly types like me. Got in a fight once. You can see where that got me. He sort of points to his jaw. Anyway, point being is the commission was created by R because R, at some point, discovered some weird, funky shit. Too many pieces of history didn't fit. Now, R wasn't the first smarty pants to make that discovery by any means. I think some guy a while back, Dr. Elcat, something, suspected the same thing. Now it's all fine and dandy to theorize. We all know that nerds do enough of that. But R found a few interesting things. First, what do you know about Thern?
About thing?
Yeah.
Not much. I know it's a cold wasteland for criminals. We are on our way to find somebody that is being held prisoner there. That's about it.
Well, it seems like you have your own task to deal with, so. The cold wasteland thing, let's focus on that. Yeah, did you know that every modern record of Thane it's been a frozen wasteland for a long time? Including the oldest ones in the revival era. All roads point to Thane being a big ice cube since the dawn of time. Well, R found a little bit of research during an expedition. He dug a little bit too deep into the snow, and he found grass several hundred feet below. A few branches of pretty old trees. There's trees now, so whatever. But flowers, now that's something you don't really expect up there unless it's a real weird flower. Yeah, that's what he found. So, records. Why? It's a lot of work to just be going, digging around in here. Well, you'd be right. It's not the only thing R found at that time, though. Digging just a little bit more, a little bit of a hunch, if you will, revealed those. He points to the pillar, the black crystal things. They're not cool. R found little gnomes. Points to the gnome, covered in them as well. Ancient gnomes, not the little mechanical things that we know now. These gnomes are like throwing rocks at stuff to eat their meat raw. We also found that whatever these little spikes are, it's still active, still mining some of it out. When our undead gets pricked by it, and we don't know, it'll just slowly grow and spread in his body. We don't want to keep growing ones, and it just will start attacking everything around it. Luckily, that was just more undead, so nothing living died, but nothing a few fireballs can solve. So yeah, it's cause for concern. R and by proxy, the commission think this is something worth looking into. No records show the black crystal anywhere. It's not being talked about, and the church and some academics refuse to acknowledge any of this. So, R thinks this is something relating to the Void Era, this little gap of missing history. Unknown stuff, people not talking about it. Forgotten the time? Yeah, checks out.
You said some of your dead have been infected with the black spikes. Have any of your living been infected?
Not that we're aware of. If they were, they would be showing symptoms. Yes, symptoms. The dead that we see, when we watched it grow, they sort of just grow slowly. It's very obvious. We catch it pretty early on before they start. We call it losing motor function. Luckily, none of us have been pricked by it yet. We're pretty careful, that sort of thing. We let the dead handle that. The dead don't really tire, so they can dig for a long time.
Yeah, just be careful. We did not know that we were infected either, but it's kind of hard to find if you don't know what you're looking for.
I'm sorry, that seems like a big thing to skip over. You were infected?
We're not anymore, as far as I'm aware.
Are you sure about that?
We are pretty confident. We had a cleric that was able to work on us for a few days, and I did get some insight from the deity that I work with that I believe we are okay now, but be careful, because I know for us it was like bumps beneath the skin. It begins growing at your bones.
Yeah, it's gonna start spiking through your skin if you let it go on long enough. Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds like classic symptoms. Well, that's us explained. Oh, right. Ara wants to extend a little invitation to you, if you really care about this like we do. Well, if you want to discover what the truth really is and help us out, make it a thing. I guess you're already on your way, but when you get here, just give us a call. I'll give you further instructions after that. If not, well, good night. Thanks for your time. We don't have an interest in bothering you again. We found you're very dangerous people, so we would just like to avoid any complications of this sort. Either way, the choice is yours. I'm Virgil. You can give me a 5-star rating in communications. That'd be great.
How do I reach you?
Oh, one of your wizard friends, I imagine. That's how you reached us last time, remember?
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I guess I'll get back with you then. Thanks.
Yeah, it's good meeting you, Zero.
You too, bud.
The white begins to fade as you begin to see just the image of Virgil, the pillar, that little weird spiky creature, begin to just get swallowed up by the darkness. You blink, you open your eyes, you're awake on the ship. You see your companions around you, just sleeping soundly, some snoring. The waves below you crashing, the mechanical ticking of the engine in the back rooms.
Simon, can I make an insight check retroactively just to see if I caught anything weird about him?
Sure. Seems like he was giving me information, exchanging information.
If everyone's still asleep, then I'll wait till daytime or whatever. Is it morning now?
At this point, it'd be so when you wake up, it'd be like early morning, like 3 o'clock. But you guys can wake up. You guys can get a long rest if you'd like to.
Yeah, I guess I'll go back.
I want
to
my
sleep
resources
and
back,
tell
thanks.
people when we wake up.
Okay. Yep. So you all wake up 8 hours later. Checking your watch is about 10:30 or so.
Then before I guess everyone gets up and does whatever they're doing for the day, I will gather everyone and tell them what I witnessed or what I was just told by Virgil.
Well, it's about time they finally contacted us. So, it seems we have a common goal, which is exactly as we may have thought. The only question now is, where are they posted? They could be very far away from where we're going. Thane is big.
They could be. I guess we have to find out once we get there.
Would silent image allow me to familiarize myself with the person for sending?
I think so. That's what we did with my mom with Deirdre. I thought I just showed
That
her.
wasn't sending. Or actually, that was sending. Never mind. You're right.
I mean, yeah, if it'll help you, I can use a spell slot to do that.
Let's see. Familiar. Yeah, I'll say, yeah, if you have a face, you have a name, you have like a rough roll or something, like a little bit of information about them, yeah, that's familiar enough.
Hmm.
I want to hear Chris and Jana's thoughts on the situation as well.
Does Zero tell about his broken jaw?
No, I don't think they bring it up yet until they do the silent image. Then I'll mention it if you catch it.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, I'm an elf, so he can't contact me directly. But was he an elf?
No, I think he was a human, right?
Yep.
Luca's the elf.
Well, I don't really know him. I only know of his name, so it might be hard for me to contact him directly, but I can contact Zoella again.
If Riley's able to hit him up too, I can do it with Riley, I think.
Yep, I just need his likeness. And I'm pretty sure you can provide that.
Yeah. Jana, what are your thoughts?
Oh no.
What?
Does he sound fucked up? I don't have any good insights.
No, that's fine. Should we meet up with this dude? What are y'all's votes?
If it's not too far away from our goal, then yes. After all, what do we prioritize? Getting Merrick out or meeting with this commission?
Okay, I guess just let him know we'll play it by ear and get back to him or something. We have other stuff to do first, but if we have the chance to and they can tell us exactly where they are, then I guess, yeah, we can go meet up with them. And I will go ahead.
Did Zero explain, at least to us, that they didn't explain that this spire thing is like a grand enemy of like all of Hide Grey?
I probably would have told you just exactly what he told me. Like I don't think he said that, did he?
Like, you didn't say that.
What?
You didn't mention that it's like a massive enemy.
No, he just. I don't think they have as much information as we do, if I'm honest.
No, I'm saying Zero did not tell Virgil the dire situation.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't understand. No, I just kind of figured that's why they were so concerned about it. If they're just on a journey for truth, then I mean, we could
May as well
probably-
clarify then.
Yeah, before they go running into something they don't understand.
Well, I did tell Zoella at that time that it was something that it might be a danger to the world.
Yeah, and he seemed to have some understanding that the pillars and the creatures infected are generally harmful, so I'm sure they're proceeding with caution. So yeah, are we still doing this?
If you want to.
I'm asking the party, and that's not my decision.
Oh,
Yep.
Sure.
Then I will cast Silent Image and create the image of Virgil, including his broken jaw.
Okay.
wow, he looks funny.
I wonder who broke his jaw.
Don't mention his jaw. Don't mention his jaw. Don't mention his jaw. Okay.
What's up with your jaw?
What, you don't see it? Look at it.
Zero conjures up a holds up does a couple magic fuckery, and then like Silent Image is like a full life size thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like just suddenly, this pretty average height human dude, just tall for you, just appears, dark robes, sort of just clean shaven head, jaw just twisted to the side, like an injury that didn't heal properly.
Is there anything like, I don't know, about what he's wearing that stands out? He doesn't have like a logo on him somewhere or something?
Nope. Just a clean, like black robe, pretty much. It's furred, but yeah, there's no like logo.
All right then. Message or sending. Hi, Riley of the Zodiacs here. We seem to have gotten off on the wrong foot. Would love to collaborate. I think that's 25. Send a message.
You're sending this to Virgil.
Are we
Correct.
communicating with them?
Hi, this is Riley from the Zodiacs. If you want to give us a call back at 214.
I only have 25 characters.
That's what it sounds like.
Okay. After about 30 seconds, oh,
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Hello?
We
hello?
good? Sweden? Nope.
No.
This is gonna be a few times. Just wait.
How well?
How about now?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Okay.
About 30 seconds and
Okay, 30 seconds, you get a reply. Just goes, Virgil here. On the commission. Collab, bro? Okay, thanks, bye.
okay. Then as a preempt, we are heading to Prison Break. Fear not, though. We have a common enemy. How about I skip that? We are off to Prison Break. A vital ally. Don't tell him. I thought Zero already did.
I mean, I just told him that. Wait, I didn't say Prison Break, though. I
Okay.
did say Prison Break. I did say Prison
Okay.
Break. It's fine.
Oh, hold on. Did you?
I just mentioned that we do have somebody that we're trying to save from prison, but I don't know.
Okay.
That doesn't necessarily mean prison break.
Yeah,
True.
just don't give him like an updated location of like where we're gonna be at this time of day. Just we'll find him when we're ready to find him.
Our mission in Thane is to rendezvous with a vital ally. Worry not. Our dangerous tendencies will not be directed. I'm running out of characters. Commission.
Just keep
Going
it
to
short and sweet.
I'm going to send without the proper grammar because I'm running out.
So what was your message?
It was in summation. Gonna go save a friend. We have a common enemy. We're not dangerous to you. Actually, I could just say that. I'll just say that.
So you were like, worry not.
This was like
I'm
an
a
episode of
bard, I'm extra.
SpongeBob, where like he writes the in like fucking real medieval like script.
It's chill. I'm a bard. I get to be extra.
Okay. Yeah. So you send the message in summation. You get back the message. Nice. Call me back when you're done. We'll give you directions later. No rush.
Don't talk about how he sounds funny. Don't talk about how he sounds funny. Don't talk about how he sounds funny. Zero, he sounds funny.
Riley.
Alright, well. Link established. Carry on, Zodiacs. We'll rendezvous with them eventually, I suppose.
All right, break.
All right. I need someone to roll a d20 for me, please.
Oh no.
Brandon.
Who hasn't rolled much
nose
today?
Goes. Nose goes.
Can I try?
Yeah, there we go.
I'm rolling, right?
20.
Yep.
Yeah, just go ahead. 20. Oh.
Okay. All right. A cool, crisp, uneventful day passes by you.
We're not like close enough to sea level to do fishing, right?
No, it
Oh.
looks a lot closer on the map, but no, you guys are like several hundred feet in the air.
Okay.
Let's want to fish in the clouds again. There are no
No,
clouds around you.
no, Riley has already done the fishing in the clouds bit. I think he's satisfied.
All right.
Riley is satisfied with fishing? Wow.
Whoa.
It's more like I know my limits.
Make an insight check.
Josie. Yeah.
Doppelganger. Doppelganger.
Oh no.
I ain't no goddamn synth.
Listen,
Okay.
I believe I'm one of the only people on the entire world who can ever say that he's fished something out of the sky. So, while I'd love to do more, I realistically don't think I can.
Okay, buddy.
Not with that attitude.
What do you know about fish,
Oh, Jan has a fishing pole. Can she fish off the side of the boat?
Yeah.
You can try. It
What do
definitely
I
won't
do?
reach the bottom. Make a. You're not proficient in fishing stuff, are you?
No.
So make a strength check. Okay. I'll take a 7. You are like 700 feet in the air, so the line does not even hit the bottom. No clouds or anything. So you're sort of just fishing off the side.
I'm in a minor illusion of fish onto her hook.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you pull up a very weightless fish. Like it's decently huge.
Riley, would that be insight or perception?
I think it's perception.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if I know if this is an illusion or not.
I don't think
Riley-
you do. It's a pretty
Riley-
good illusion.
It's of air fish. You don't know all the air fish. You're a water fisherman.
I fished in the air before.
This
I
is
know
an
one
undiscovered
airfish.
species. Jana,
I'm
what
sure.
a remarkable discovery you've made.
Then how about you show us what
You
a
know
real
what? Yeah,
fish
congrats.
looks like?
Congrats. You've done what I could never. Round of applause.
All I'm saying is that one of us pulled up a fish from the side of the boat and someone didn't.
Don't take the bait. Don't take the bait.
Can we cook it?
Can we? Sure.
Zero's funny.
We're all gonna pretend to like chew and eat it.
It's like Peter Pan and
You
Neverland.
ever think about how cruel that could be to me? I'm fishing. I wanted to take a boat.
Check your privilege, Jana.
I want to see you fish another crazy thing out. I know you can do it. This is me trying to like reverse psychology you.
The Gwyneth's blessings are fair, not outlandish, but I suppose I could try.
Are we in the clouds yet or no?
No, you guys are
There's no
pretty
clouds.
high up, but there's it's the sea. Like it's pretty clear day.
Alright, Riley's gonna go up deck and try and start fishing. He knows he's not getting anything. It's just like, I may as well practice while I'm here.
That's the attitude. That's the Riley we know.
Okay, make a fishing check.
Oh my god.
Okay. You throw out the rod. Captain Avandra sort of just looking at you, just like off the side, like side eyeing you, like while she just like flips a bunch of levers with like the mechanical hand that she has. She just goes, "Hope you don't mind me asking, what are you doing?"
So long since I've casted a rod out, I figured I may as well try.
You
It's
know
worked
that
before.
we're in the sky, right?
I've caught a fish in the sky before. It's
Out of
not impossible.
curiosity, what mushrooms did you eat beforehand?
I have never consumed mushrooms.
If you say so. Riley, you feel a tug.
Oh?
Yep.
It's got to be some sort of thing on the edge. I may as well pull.
Yep, you pull, and like the line's sort of just going crazy.
What's going on here?
As you pull up, you caught a seagull.
Ah! Well, I still got it!
I don't think that's the right use for that.
Hey, I'll take my victories where I can get them. Who wants roasted bird tonight?
Yeah.
Not really. I think they eat garbage, but I like the spirit.
Oh, do they?
Have you ever seen a
Alright.
seagull? They're pretty gross.
Riley has acquaintance. He's acquainted, that's the word, with seagulls because he's on the sea a lot. Is that what they eat? Garbage? I thought they ate fish. Oh,
No.
see ya.
They
Release.
eat like the garbage fries on the beach.
You just football the seagull out into the sea. It's flapping away. Take a shit before he leaves.
Well, I'm satisfied. Even on days where I lose, I still win. That's not what I wanted. Go away. What the hell? There we go.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. Yep, a couple of hours pass. You guys can spend it however you guys would like.
Zero's traumatized from last time when they stepped off the fucking deck, so they're gonna stay below deck until they're needed up top.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a dream where I teleported to one of those harpies. It didn't end well.
All right. Okay, so after you guys can do whatever you guys like there. Eventually, Captain Vonder does. You just find her climbing down the steps of this ladder. Just sees you all milling about mainly. Oops, that's I absorbed. Okay, there we go. I sure just wheezes past behind all of you and just sort of sits in that corner hammock. It's been a while since I slept, but that's okay. Being to ask, what not many people sort of go to Thane, period? Just curious why.
Really want our story. It's a little bit unbelievable.
An adventure story is always unbelievable.
Riley looks at everyone. Do you want to divulge or keep it a secret?
I mean,
Divulge.
She didn't ask for the whole story. She just asked to know why we're going to think.
Well, it's kind of hard to be like, oh, well, you know, we're doing this thing. Oh, why are you doing this thing? I've got to explain a lot.
Then let her ask her questions.
All right, fair enough.
I want to see Bowen as Riley try to recap like 3 years of D&D right now.
It's like, why are you going to Thane? So it started with his auction, right?
I suddenly had this impulse to buy a thing that I normally wouldn't.
So,
Well,
Thane.
Thane, yes. An associate of ours is being detained. And we're gonna go get him back.
I believe that's a word. I think in Elvish, I think that's for that term. It's called a prison break.
Generous. That's generous is the word you're looking for.
He's our best friend.
Whoa, 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 there.
Whoa. I don't think I'd go that far, but he is an important ally, and we kind of need him.
He needs us.
Pragmatic relationships, I see.
Mostly.
So what's the plan? You go to Teague? You go to what? Fist fight all the gods?
Well, we could do that. Or we could do this. Riley casts invisibility.
Well, okay.
Where we
Just
could
so you know,
do
I'm
this.
not liable for anything.
I'll cast Misty Step and go onto the hammock next to her.
She sort of just looks at the two fuckers. Second question, are you all weird? Like that?
No.
Yes.
Well, we're weird in different ways, but we're all definitely weird.
Yeah. Chris is like spicy weird, but the rest of us are just weird.
Yeah, these three are especially weird. None of them fish.
Do you want to see my third child? I pull out Floof.
I've been meaning to ask, yeah, you have a squid attached to your head.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Do you want that story
leave it
too?
there, huh?
If you want
Oh,
me
yeah.
to explain, it's only going to raise more questions, so I'll leave that one up to you.
I am an old woman. I do nothing but travel back and forth. All I have is time.
Alright, so we were on this alien spaceship. And this thing was in it, and we rescued it, and now it's attached to my head, and it's my child.
Normally
Aliens
I'd
are
ask
real,
what,
by the way, though. Aliens are real.
normally I'd ask what mushrooms you ate before, but you have a physical proof of it on your head right now.
Yep. And I
That-
did eat, what's in my inventory? Oh no, heart root bulbs. Janice invented weed at this point, right? It's just not great. I'll offer that
I think
to this
so.
lady. I'll offer that to this lady. She probably needs it right now.
Okay. I'll offer dry ass weed. Okay. Right, yeah, so you just, you offer her a blunt? What's going on?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And you sort of just like hand her this like cigar shaped, like just like roll of paper, pretty much. Sure, just takes it. It's been a while since I've smoked. She extends one of her mechanical arms, the extra one that's sort of growing out of the shoulder, pretty much, down and sort of just like snaps, and a little lighter comes out of it, like a flame from one of the tips of the fingers.
You're a pro.
It's just a bit of engineering magic. My own brand of magic.
What brand is that?
Engineering magic. I just tinkered with metal screws, gears, all those little metal heads up there are my grandchildren.
How'd you get into that?
Failed college.
Yeah.
I used to be
Oh, yeah.
academic sort. Then you all seem like a disreputable bunch. I fell into smuggling.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise, I'm sure. Used my mechanical expertise to sort of sneak on the ships and sabotage their engines.
Isn't that a bit dangerous?
I sort of holds up the two mechanical arms on the one hand. Yes, it is.
Oh, yes, of course.
Chomp my arm right off.
Oh, I was thinking
That's-
more because you're disabling the engine. Could, fall from where we are. That would be very not good.
Luckily I was fast, except when my hands get caught in the gears. Then I'm not quite as fast. Ship crashed. I was on it.
Yeah. Chris, take notes.
I'm already taking notes in my head.
This is what not to do. Not the how-to guide. Continue your story.
That's pretty much it. I landed, decided, fuck that shit. Went straight. Less money, but certainly safer. There's one thing of advice I could give to young whippersnappers is don't do anything stupid. And if you do something stupid, make sure it's not permanent.
It's fair.
Riley
Yeah.
glares at the scar on Chris's neck.
I also have veins
Oh, yes.
that are great.
Yeah.
You basically have a sign on you that says, I did drugs at some point.
Yeah.
Well, it's enough rambling from an old woman. Head up topside. Food's behind me. If you're into dried jerky, fruit leather.
I like a fruit roll-up
Yeah.
now and then. Yeah.
You do those things where you stitch together fruit leathers.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And you roll them up.
Yeah. By the foot.
Sometimes
Even
if
this-
you press some like fruit into it, it makes it real nice.
Jana and this old lady are like really high, bonding over like munchies.
Pretty much. Her eyes are starting to get a little pink, yeah.
Well, thank
That
you.
is a symptom.
This was
Thanks
a
for the
nice
smoke.
cup. This was a good
This
cup.
is, as the kids say, good shit.
Oh, I know some stuff that you might like.
I don't want to ruin my life yet again. Thanks, though, kiddo. And she starts making her way back up. All right. Anything else you'd like to accomplish for the day?
I will
Alright.
go up top and
Actually, I'll do a detect magic as a ritual.
Okay, so I'll take 10 minutes. You start poking holes into the dirt of the fucking ship. Zero, you're gonna go.
I was just gonna go up top and let Azek fly around for a bit. Nothing much else.
Okay.
I will send to Merrick. Testing, testing. Any anti-magic around? We're en route. Might be there soon. Might.
About a whole 40 seconds pass. All you hear is just.
Okay. Everything's fine.
Okay. 10 minutes later, Chris, your detect magic pops. There are. Let's see, what's the range? 60 feet in a direction or 30 feet in a direction?
I think it's
It's
30 feet.
All right, that's pretty much everything. Yeah. You detect magic from a couple of areas. You detect magic from yourselves, detect magic from the deck above you, that big sigil. You detect magic from the engines. You detect magic from each of the mechs. You detect magic in Yvonne's arms.
The magic on ourselves, is it new?
No.
Okay. I'm just gonna, go to the sigil on the deck and then cast identify as a ritual.
Okay. As you get up onto the deck, straight into the middle of this deck, and you begin carving new sigils onto the existing sigil.
Oh my god.
Vondra's sort of just looking at you. Chris, are you curious what that is?
Yes, I am.
Have you considered asking me?
Um,
I'm going to assume that's a no.
Somewhere, Riley is feeling vindicated.
what is this?
That is. Remember how I said I was a smuggler at some point?
Oh, yeah.
Well, point of being a smuggler is that you do not want to get caught while you are smuggling. That is a little bit of a custom-made enchantment. Underground wizards, if you will. It a large invisibility field. Once a day, for an hour, so I don't pop it unless I need to. That costs a lot of money, so I'd really advise not touching it.
Okay, I won't mess with it then.
If you suddenly hear everything up here go quiet and you see a bit of sort of a wibbly woo around you, that's me doing the invisibility field. And I would advise staying very quiet.
Definitely.
Really quiet.
Something's hunting for rabbits, and it ain't us. All right. Anything else you'd like to accomplish for the day?
Does Azek enjoy flying? Like just for fun?
Make an insight check. He's a bird, hard to tell. Azek is flying though. As you just pop him and just leave him. He's an owl right now.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, he seemingly enjoys flying as he's doing it. I'm not sure whether it's because he's legally obligated to or he's stretching his wings after being cooped up in wherever for a while.
Okay.
Yeah, he's flying, just sort of circling above and sort of following in pace with the ship a little bit.
while he's out there, I guess I'll go back below deck and I'll just tell him to keep an eye out and let me know if he sees anything funky.
Understood. All right. But day goes on uninterrupted. As it doesn't pop. As it doesn't pop, straight up, he doesn't report back. You go out, you still flying outside. So he's sort of perched on one of the cannons, actually. So occasionally with a dead seagull. Yeah. All right. Anything you'd like to accomplish for the day? Before next day hits.
I think that's everything.
All right. Okay. Long rest to be had. No spells happening. Another day approaches. This time you do see, as you're all sleeping until wake up, you do see Evandra sort of sleeping in one of the hammocks furthest away from you guys. Okay, I need someone to roll a d20 for me.
I can let someone else do it this time.
Any volunteers?
Misty has not done it in a long
Oh
time.
no. Oh no.
It'll be fine.
Seven.
Okay, closer to midday. Sun's still very shiny. There's a bit of clouds rolling in, but they seem far enough away that doesn't seem to affect you any. At this point, before it was okay, temperature-wise, it's starting to get noticeably colder. Like if beneath the deck, it's not that bad. Once you go above deck, you can start to see ice flows and little icebergs scrolling by. You can feel the wind pick up, and each time it blows, it chills you to the bones. Shit's not pleasant if you're not used to this, which I don't think any of you guys grew up in very cold climates. Zero, this is especially... This is the coldest you've ever been. Bar none, period.
I did grow up in the mountains, sort of.
Yeah. Yeah, so like you're a little bit used to it. This is still like it's like frigid, like completely. It's like minus 30 shit.
Zero is going to keep Azig out there, but they are going to remain below deck.
Okay.
Oh, is this what it feels like to get frozen by Tempest Retort? Oh, cold.
Okay, so who's up on deck right now?
Oh, after
Is
that,
it
Riley's not.
cold up on deck? I guess Janet
It's
will be
not
out there.
pleasant.
I'll be.
Actually,
Fortier
wait,
doesn't
hold
want
on.
to be down in the boat the whole time.
Never mind. Yes, he is.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
This
be
is
up on
endurance
top.
training.
All right.
Prince Tree.
He needs to become the cold.
Okay. Yeah, as you breathe in and out, it sucks breathing in and out, but there's something weirdly refreshing to it. This sort of cold, saline air. It is cold. It is almost unbearable if you stay there long enough, but as you breathe in and out, there is like a sense of refreshment, if that makes sense. Like the air seems somehow cleaner. Approaching midday, it gets a little bit warmer, but not enough to make it any more bearable. You sort of hear echoing calls from within the ocean. Just sort of long, wailing calls. Just...
Has Riley ever heard these before?
Make a nature check.
Sure. Nature.
Okay. You've been in the ocean a little bit. One of the rougher ones, for sure. But you recognize these as whale calls.
Whales!
Yeah. As you look down, below you, you can see the outline of a pod of whales. Even from your height and how far away from you are, from like the actual surface of the ocean, they are huge. Like, they're like blue whales plus, pretty much. You see probably about 4 of them. What, like 2 larger ones, one's larger than the other, and there's 2 smaller ones sort of lagging behind, and they're sort of just slowly bobbing in and out between the ice floes, between these little frozen bits of land, just weaving in and out.
Jana would like to cast Speak with Animals and see if she can talk to them.
A little bit far away for that.
Like
Oh.
Dory.
Okay. So you can't speak with animals.
Yeah.
All right. What do you say?
How's the water, I guess?
Okay. As you just scream that into the ocean, it's a bit hard to hear with the ocean waves and the wind whipping. So you have to get a little bit louder. You can sort of hear it echo a little bit as you sort of shout it down at these whales. You see the larger one sort of turns on its side. You can kind of see like the image, like the little like pinpoint of an eye that it has sort of looking up at you. The rest of you just hear, Gianni, you hear, cold.
Yeah. We'll keep warm out there. Where you guys headed?
Food.
Get that big brunch. Take care.
At this point, the rest of you hear this sort of scattered, like scattered whale calls from the same pod. Jenny, you hear, hey, hey, hey.
Oh no.
The ones that are looking over the board, you can see huge tentacles begin to blast through the water, probably reaching like 60 feet high. They curl around the largest one and drag it underneath the ocean, while the second largest one peels off to the left, the other one peels off to the right, the smaller one peels off to the right by itself. The largest one that was talking to you, nowhere to be seen.
Does Riley see this happen?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Hey.
Would I be able to
Everyone?
notice that?
If you're looking over the edge, yeah, you would notice that.
Okay. Was that a kraken?
I think that was a kraken.
We're sailors now, lads.
Zero's taking a nap below deck.
All splayed out, not a care in the world.
Can we add an extra like challenge to this combat of it's like don't wake Zero, keep them safe, keep them like from waking up.
It might not be a combat because
Yeah,
we're like
it's-
400 feet in the air right
okay,
now.
True.
Yeah, you guys are way far ahead, like way up. Like you just see it. It's like watching a forest fire with a helicopter.
Okay.
Yeah.
That still sucks.
Nature.
Jan is just
That
gonna
was a
turn
cool sight.
off Speak with Animals because she
Was.
does not want to witness this.
As you watch the if you keep watching the whales, the 2 that peeled off begin to dive down. The one that sort of peeled off by itself, you can see, is still bobbing on the surface, sort of just weaving, zigzagging. Another tentacle reaches up and pulls it underneath the surface.
Oh, I don't want to watch this.
I'm so fucking glad we didn't take a boat. Oh my god.
Yeah. Boy, aren't we
There's a
glad that
thing,
we're
just
up
about.
here and they're down there?
One day.
All right.
Glad that's your response to this. Oh, one day that'll be us down there. One day.
Ready.
So the image of Riley like running towards a kraken with a fishing rod.
Oh my god. Please do that, actually.
The ultimate final boss.
You pretend as if I don't have a fishing weapon.
One that explodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. All right. But for the remainder of the day, other than it gets a little bit chillier, especially at night, uneventful. Anything you'd like to do before the next day approaches?
No.
All right.
Actually, would I be able to investigate to see if she's smuggling anything?
Ooh.
Sure. Where do you want to search?
I'm gonna search, in this back room, I guess.
It's not the food room.
Yeah,
There's
maybe
food, there's
here.
drinks, there's a couple of chests in there.
Yeah, maybe in here.
Sure. Make a investigation check. Okay. Yeah, turning it over. There are 3 chests in there that are locked, but turning over the food sacks, they're just a bunch of fruit leathers and dry jerky. There's a couple of sacks full of just what is it called? There's little like biscuits that are like super hard and tasteless. I don't know what they're called. Hardtack, that's what it is. Thank you. Yeah, hardtack. Couple sacks of hardtack. Some of them half-eaten. And there is like a drinks barrel there, which is just seemingly filled with water. Well, other than the 3 chests, there's a cabinet there as well. The cabinet seems to have some wine. Not a lot of it. There was just some other alcoholic beverages in there. You see like a bottle of rum that's seemingly opened and half drank. Yeah, but 3 chests, food, barrel. You don't see anything within those things, at least.
I see. Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything right now. Is she still in the hammock area?
By the time you do this, it'd be closer to the evening. No, she would not be. She'd be
Okay.
She's up and captaining the ship.
If Zero's around, I'll go to Zero and say, "There's a couple of locked chests back there if you're curious."
It sounds a lot like you're curious. I'm trying to not make a habit out of riding the hand that feeds right now when we're like 400 feet up in the air. I'm good.
Is Jana aware of this conversation?
Zero like takes off their hood to say that, then once they're done, they lay it back down and they go back to sleep.
Yeah, loud enough.
Maybe it's a good idea to not piss off the person that's leading us over this very dangerous territory. Maybe don't go through their stuff.
You never know what you might find.
You might.
But is it
Doesn't really
ours
matter
to
if
take?
it's not yours.
Yeah, you might find yourself kicked off this fucking boat, and then what? Does it matter what's in there? Do we care?
Hey,
what does it
It's
matter?
a reminder that our sole way out of this frozen hellscape is you teleporting us to safety. So if you fuck up, you fuck the rest of us. Don't fuck up.
Chris, if you wanted to steal, you should have became a rogue. Too bad you chose books. That's on you.
Well, I have ideas, but it would be too noticeable.
I'm
Sounds
going
like we're not
to
doing
introduce
anything
a
then.
concept to you.
Chris,
I know that you're all risk, but I think now is the time to introduce a reward. If you go by a system that allows you to calculate whether the risk that you are taking is worth the reward, you won't take the risk. I guarantee you, whatever is in those chests is not worth the risk.
Chris, you're a wizard. Don't you have like a book to read or something? Can't you go find something to do?
I'll copy down the signal in the on the deck.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, you copy down pretty much. You go through a bit of ink, but nothing you don't have. Yeah, and doing it like line for line does take a little bit. A better part of like an hour, 2 hours. It's very intricate. So sigil. All right. Anything else you'd like to accomplish tonight?
Not me.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. All right. All right. Someone to roll a d20 for me.
I think I'll go this time. Oh no.
Oh no.
Yes.
Okay.
That happened to somebody.
All right. So the morning starts. It's a fairly cloudy morning. The sky's a little bit overcast. You can actually see at this point elements of land very, very far distance. If you look very closely, you can see just little bits of solid land sticking out of the ocean itself. Not just ice floes, the ones that are just sort of clashing and crashing and colliding, splitting off below you. This is solid island-shaped land. Let's adjust your positioning here. Okay. Who would like to be... First, what's everyone doing?
Nothing of interest.
I'll probably just be walking the deck.
Okay.
I am below deck.
All right.
I think Jana and the gang are like perched on the side, just like looking at the stuff passing by.
Okay. Yep, as you're sort of just chilling out on deck. Evandra's still up there, just looking up, keeping an eye out. You see these, the grandchildren sort of looking out, looking up, looking down, just generally scanning the area. There's one that's always in the engine room, seemingly. Jenna and Chris. And sort of just chilling on deck. It's getting pretty cold. The moment you even open the hatch, like outside of the outside to the exposed air, you begin shivering immediately. As you're sort of just pacing back and forth, Chris, you're sort of just looking around, enjoying the new views, checking out the just seeing how fast you're going, looking at stuff below you. You see a shadow pass over the ship ahead, above you. Before you even look up, you hear a big click from where Yvonne is. She has flipped a lever very quickly, and you, Chris, you're standing near the sigil. It begins to glow a very bright white, and then it dulls, and it almost feels like almost nauseating in a way, but then the feeling subsides very quickly, and there's this weird shimmering bubble that you're now in. You look normal. The general looks normal. The ship looks normal. But looking outside is almost like looking through water. Everything's shimmering and dull.
Everything good?
Then
Sorry.
Evandra sort of just looks you and just puts one finger up to her mouth.
Oh, Jana like covers her hands over like the Giorgio's and Foop's mouths. Like.
She looks at the 3 constructs on the deck right now, and she like holds up one mechanical hand, keeping the other 2 on the steering wheel, and with the one in the arm, she almost does like these hand signals that all the grandchildren are watching, and she closes the fist. They all jump to different positions. One like cartwheels up to this ballista near Ravandra. One does cartwheel to the front one, and one just stays here, looking at the cannons, swapping between them occasionally. And they're completely silent doing it.
Can I see what they see?
You're just sort of looking around, looking up at the clouds. Make a perception check. I think everyone above deck make a perception check.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. As you're sort of looking around, you notice that Avandra is looking up. The ballista behind her is looking up. The cannons are looking up. The mechs are handling these weapons. The one on the bow, the ballista, is looking up. You also look up and you see past the clouds. Normally it's just this gray, dull, featureless plain. But as you're moving, you see elements of shadows being illuminated by the sun above the clouds. A long tail, 2 large wings, a head extended from a very elongated neck, a thick body, and 4 limbs that are sort of splayed below the body. You see movement visually from the clouds as they swirl and twist, and then they split open, and a huge white-scaled reptilian mass bursts forth from the clouds and lands, or flies very close to the ship. Chris, you are approximately 20 feet from it right now, as it is currently flying alongside the ship. The eyes on the side of its head almost looking in through this field of invisibility. As Avandra, you look back towards Avandra, her eyes are wide open and desperately trying not to make any sound.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be silent and still.
You realize this is a dragon, as it sort of flies along way faster than the ship could even go. It flies below the ship and onto the other side. The eyes on the side of its head never leaving its gaze off the ship. Jenna is approaching you at this point.
No noise, no movement. Holding everyone tight to me.
I need everyone on the deck to make a stealth check.
Fuck. Well, get ready for combat, everyone. Oh my god, Chris.
Oh my god.
Okay. It flies above the ship, sort of casting its large reptilian shadow across it, darkening the deck entirely. The mechs have stopped moving entirely. Their head sort of swiveled like an owl, keeping an eye on it. You hear in a deep, guttural voice, "I can smell you. Airship, traveling north 500 miles. There. No. Elf. No. 2 elves. Tiefling. It's been a while since I've had demon flesh. Sort of flies next to Avandra.
Question, Simon. Can me and Riley hear him?
You can. Sort of rattles the planks that you're staying on a little bit as speaks. Sort of flies over to where Avandra is. Avandra sort of just turns her head. You can see like sweat dripping from her brow and almost immediately freezing in the winter. I take it you're the captain. Fear not. I'll give you time to prepare. Flies to the front of the ship, almost backwards, like a backstroke at this point. I think I know where you're going. Straight into my lair. Thane is my hunting ground. I think I'll be meeting you there. Flies past here, almost tauntingly, flying around this quote-unquote invisibility field.
Sending stone. Wait, sorry, go on.
One day, while you travel the frigid wastes, wading waist deep in snow, I'll descend from the clouds, collect the tastiest of morsels, fill you with fear, season you with terror. Know that Ratave the Cold-Hearted marks you as my quarry. The dragon speeds off ahead of you, way faster than the ship could even keep up. Further until it's a speck in the distance, hidden by closing in fog. Towards the landmass that you're approaching rapidly.
How much
Sending stone to Claudine. Hey, were you ever going to mention that Thane was a hunting ground for dragons?
How much do we love Merrick? Do we love Merrick this much?
Oh my god. I guess, I mean, do me and Riley even know what that was? We just heard a voice. We didn't really hear him say dragon.
You heard a voice.
Oh, in that case, redacted. If I didn't know that was a dragon, then never mind.
I think as soon as like we see it fly up, I think Janice is gonna like immediately get into bed. And when you guys ask, just be like, "Fucking dragon, don't ask."
You know what? I'll send it anyway if that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Wow.
Was this dragon bigger than the one that we saw on the train?
Oh yeah. Holy
Yeah.
shit. That dragon was tiny.
Yeah, the one that was on the train that was like horse-sized. This one's give or take size of a house.
Big dragon.
Two-story house. Yeah.
Brick house.
Chris, you're proficient in history.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, you can make a history check. Jenny, you can make a nature check.
Well then,
Yeah.
what's it weak to?
Who's its mother that we can make your mama jokes at so it cries? That's what we get from a history check.
So history check. I'll do the nature check first. Jenna, you're not like an expert on dragons. You have seen a few dragons in your lifetime, but judging from the size and the fact that it can smell you, seemingly, you gather that it's a white dragon, obviously, but it's an ancient white dragon. Older, the oldest of the old, like as powerful as they can get without being weird. Chris, you're sort of just thumbing through every history book you've ever had or ever read on Thane. Ratave the Cold-Hearted. That name has cropped up a couple times in history, close to 800 years ago, where pretty much for like a span of about 50 years, nothing could cross the Wailing Sea ever. Because it was just being sunk by a dragon of some sort. And people have blamed Ratabi the Cold-Hearted.
Well, yeah, as we're in the under the deck. Well, when I go back under, I'll say, yeah, I think that dragon is gonna be a bit of a challenge.
Good thing we'll have a
could
fucking
be-
barbarian with us.
It could be the reason why this is a wasteland.
Yeah, the like when not much known about Thane, but the few things that do make it out, whenever something is talked about as being the apex predator, Ratavi the Cold-Hearted makes the top 3 list. In pretty much like that whole area, like the Wailing Sea North, pretty much. Natural ones, random encounters.
That's what a nat 1 gets you, baby.
You should
Wow.
see my notes. My notes just says Ratavi marked the party.
Very cool that it could happen at literally any time. I was expecting to fight right then and there.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this dragon has honor. It'll give us like a minute to get up motivational speech. Okay, let's do this, I guess.
Okay, here's something Simon hasn't thought of. Let's just wear really smelly cologne so it can't identify us.
Hear me out here, guys. We go to Thane, save Merrick, teleport home. We never have to take an airship to Thane again. We'll never see it again.
You don't think Simon's that B word to make the giant ancient dragon fight in the middle of the jail heist? That's absolutely going down.
Oh no, I sure hope a big ancient white dragon doesn't break into prison for us and help us escape,
True.
causing a huge distraction.
Oh yeah,
It's,
it wouldn't even be our fault. I mean, we still have to deal with the dragon, but hey.
So yeah, sending to Claudine.
Okay, about 30 seconds later. I mean, I was only told about dragons as like a sort of like a boogeyman bedtime story.
This reminds me of like, is it Parks and Rec where it's like April made all of like Ron's appointments on like April 30th because she didn't think the date existed or something?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, didn't think to mention that.
And then I'm going to send to 2 more. One to Merrick. I'm just gonna say, prepare to fight a dragon. And then one to Virgil. We got marked by the
Don't
cold
tell
party.
him that.
Oh my God.
No, I'm going. We
Why
have
do you have
to.
to notify every
Why?
single person we're involved with?
Well,
And everyone
you
needs to
just-
know our business. If they can't help
Yeah,
us,
Riley.
why do we care?
And they're all going to abandon us to find out that we're marked by a dragon.
Yeah, that's the point. So that it's not like, oh, well, they pulled out. Why did they pull out? That's why.
We don't
All right,
want them to.
Democracy. Who's in favor of telling them? I am.
I am.
No.
2.
No.
Okay, so we flip a coin. D2.
I don't even know that I want to tell Merrick either. But
Well, that's
Just
a bit late.
D20 and then evens me and Misty. Odds you guys.
Okay. I guess we're telling
Oh,
them.
fuck. God damn it. As Riley's doing this, like Zero's like walking up to him, like almost like ready to choke him. They don't, but they want to.
And his wording to Virgil will specifically be, if you don't hear from us, we're getting out of here. We got marked by the dragon.
Okay. About a minute passes. Considering you've been marked, I'm assuming it's a big one. Good luck with that. I wouldn't recommend bringing that to us, though.
I guess I'll spend another spell slot. I did say that our dangerous tendencies will not be aimed towards you, and I intend to keep that.
About 20 seconds pass. Whether it's aimed at us or you bring it to us, makes no difference, really. So be careful, alright?
That's that then.
Oh my God. So.
Alright.
It's like getting pulled over by a cop and then calling all your contacts in your phone. Guys, I just got pulled over by a cop. Then hanging up and calling the next person. I just got pulled over by a cop. Don't tell everybody our business.
Listen, in my head, it makes perfect sense too, because they'll be like, well, what the fuck? They said they were going to collaborate with us,
If
and
we
then they're
die,
no-show.
If we die, like that's the least of our problems. Is people think we're
Yeah.
a no-show.
Yeah.
Well, what if we don't die and we just teleport out?
Then they didn't
For all
need
we
to know
know.
what happened.
Yeah. Could have told them later after we
Oh.
got stuff figured out.
I think that
Too late.
dragon's gonna come find us on the other edge of the world.
Maybe.
Maybe. It is a fucking an ancient one at that.
What if we split up? What's it gonna do? Chase
How
us
many
individually?
people-
What a waste of time.
How many people, like, between it would come to fly over us would have to pass over? Like,
I don't know. Dragons are magic. Might not even have to reveal itself. Could probably live up in the clouds.
Let's just fucking bulk up and get a couple more levels than us, and then Chris can just like control it or something. Can he? Like, come on.
here's a side thing. Remember, so this isn't a gold dragon, but it is an ancient dragon. What happened
Yes.
to the plan where we're gonna befriend this thing?
Well, that was the gold one. This one is.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. I'm willing
Yeah,
to settle
what-
because we have this one and it wants to kill us. What if we did
Here's
the
the-
opposite?
The difference is, I believe white dragons are chromatic, which means they are naturally evil,
Really?
and a
Don't we
gold
want it-
dragon is
exactly.
metallic and is naturally not evil.
Don't we want that on our side and not against us?
The problem is getting it on our side. The gold dragon
I-
would be much easier because it has an inclination towards neutrality.
Don't deny how cute Jana is. We can make this happen.
Ugh.
I'm just
What if
saying,
we
worst case
just-
scenario.
What if we just stay in heavily populated areas so that way everyone around us is forced to help us kill the dragon?
Oh, sweater. Anyway,
I just don't see us killing a dragon. I really think we're gonna have to find an alternative method of getting this shit off our ass because I don't see us killing a fucking ancient dragon. No.
well, we killed ancient aliens, so maybe a dragon is within possibility.
I wonder if we can make a pact with this dragon.
With help from the Atneys.
I mean, they'll only give us so much help. They're not gonna fight with us.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, like cold resistance potion.
Okay.
If he bases what he does on smell, can't we just like roll around in like pig shit or something? We can just disguise our smell by some way, right?
Something tells
Do you
me
think a
this
dragon is picky about its
very
appetite?
smart, but I do think
Yeah.
that's a good first attempt.
I think it will just make us more attractable.
Yeah, dragons are like seagulls. They just eat garbage.
Yeah. We just got dunked on by Jana. Well, hopefully Merrick knows what to do. This is gonna have to be like his repayment or something if he doesn't help us with this.
Doesn't Merrick not even want to break out? He's just like, God, these fucking guys breaking me out of jail, which I don't want to happen, and now they're bringing a dragon. Like, great.
He's gonna help us, or I'm gonna yeet his apotheosis vessel into the fucking ocean, and he'll never see it.
You want your revenge? You got a few things standing in your way first. At least you can fight this.
What if he takes revenge on us?
I'd like to see him
We'll
try.
feed him to the dragon then.
Yeah.
Okay. As you watch as Avandra sort of peels away the frozen sweat from her brow as the dragon, Ratave the Cold-Hearted, speeds towards the Thane mainland, which at this point is coming more into view. You get to see more ships, little island chains that sort of just make up a cluster of land masses just off the coast. You hear Avandra just go, well, retrospectively, I think it's a good thing that you didn't get the return trip, because I'm going to leave.
Yeah, be
Yeah,
careful.
don't blame you.
On the plus side, we're one day away from Teague.
Yay.
Yay.
Are
I
we
should
gonna
make
do
it within the next 12 hours. Maybe. Assuming we don't get knocked out of the sky by a dragon.
How often do things like this happen? Like, how many dragons have you come across?
Smaller dragons that I've managed to hide from. One that found me today. Smuggling ships
Right.
tend to be pretty good at not being seen unless you're a dragon, apparently.
Hey, the more you know.
And that
I'm
was
gonna
an
need some-
ancient dragon.
Oh, please don't tell me.
Does that mean it's scary, Chris?
Well, it did make me freeze up a little bit.
I haven't even seen it yet.
It's 10 times bigger than the one on the train.
Oh yeah, the one we almost died to. Yeah, that's good.
Zero's gonna whisper to Riley and just be like, hey, when she leaves us, can you just like check up on her every couple of days to make sure she makes it back to the mainland, okay?
That's not a bad idea. Yeah, good one. Yeah, good.
What we could do is skydive as soon as we're over land, and then you can just turn around once we're off the ship.
You want to jump off the ship?
Magic.
Yeah.
Right. Weird. Got it. She starts peeling away more sweat. Yeah, I can do that. I can fly you over something that's not above Teague.
Yeah, that works.
Oh, before you go, sort of heads downstairs, grabs something and brings it back up. This is a map that I keep around for when I was needing it. A bit of a map of Thane, sort of just marked in all the important bits. Seems like you might need it more than I do.
Oh.
You're the first customers I've flown to Thane in a decade. Just collecting dust. So you're going to need to know where you can hide if you're going to try to avoid Retave the Cold-Hearted.
Hmm.
Thank you.
Well, get some sleep if you can. I'll wake you up when we're ready to Halo drop.
Home in time for dinner.
Copy, Colonel. This is Snake.
That'd be Major Tom.
Call me Major Zero from now on.
There you go.
God, we're fucking nerds. All right. So, who would like to sleep?
I want my spells back.
Yeah, I'll sleep.
I will sleep with Azek up top, just keeping an eye out to let me know if anything weird happens again, I guess.
Okay. Sleep up top.
What was
Is that
that?
what you said? Oh, you're
No.
keeping Azek up top.
Yeah, Azek's up top while I go down and I sleep. He's just gonna keep another lookout, I guess.
Okay. All right. Okay. As you all get Betty buys for a little while. Just close these things. Okay. Okay. As you get some sleep, a few hours pass. You all get a long rest. It's in the middle of the night. The cloud is completely obscuring the moon. Almost no light reaches the ship, or the ground below you can't even really see. If you're above land or if you're above ocean, it's kind of hard to tell at this point. The snow's already been picking up as you get steadily closer and closer to the mainland. You all get awoken by Avandra, sort of just using her two mechanical arms to just click repeatedly, almost like an annoying alarm bell. Wakey, wakey, children. Who's ready to jump out of a ship?
Oh, freedom! It's
I am.
finally time!
I'll warn you, we are, from what I can tell, as best we can, far enough away from Teague that we're not going to get suspicious. That being said, I can't see down there. So, it's up to you whether you want to jump now or if you want to wait till morning. I can find a little place to hide, circle around.
Overland?
Wait, yeah, are we above water right now, or do we just
I
straight
don't
up
think
not
she
know
can know
anything?
because it's dark out, is what she's saying.
As far as I'm aware, we are near Teague. I think we're above land.
Hey, Chris, you know what to do.
We
Yeah, I'm gonna send Azek down, actually. Let me see if he can kind of get an idea of where we are.
actually, you know what? I'm gonna conjure up a big, like a 3-foot glowing ball and drop it and see what happens.
Okay.
I'm gonna send Azek down anyway.
Okay. Yeah, we send Azek down to follow it, yeah. 100 feet. 200 feet. 300 feet. 400 feet. 500 feet. 600 feet. 700 feet. You watch as this little tiny fucking mote of a ball is 3 feet long, 3 feet like wide in radius or in diameter. You drop it and it becomes this little tiny fucking speck of light as it goes further and further down, and it'll eventually, it's almost imperceptible, but make an intelligence check.
Okay.
Yeah, hard to tell. It becomes too far down that you can't see. Azek, as you're tuning into the his senses, he just dives down. He follows the ball pretty much, just following this little mote of light. He can still kind of see. It does hit land. There is snow below you, but the ball itself fell so deep into the snow that it actually sort of just completely covered it. Impossible to tell how far it fell into the snow itself, but there is land as he sort of circles around near the land after dive bombing. It's just like a wasteland of land, of snow. There's almost no end to it from where you are.
Okay, I will relay that information to the crew. Do we want to wait until she's just a little closer? Maybe earlier in the day at least, so we can get some light?
Yeah.
Maybe just before dawn, like
Yeah.
just where it's slightly light out.
Is there a way to slow down the ship now that it's going?
I can keep it hovering for a while. I just need to find a place to... If I'm too close to the city, it'll be a bit too conspicuous. I just don't know where, so I'm just going to go a little bit further inland.
Watch. What time is it?
Currently, it is like 11 o'clock.
Oh, at night?
Yeah.
How about at 5:30 or 6 we head out?
Will we be too close to the city at that point?
I'll find a place to park this ship.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, whichever comes first. Either we get close enough to land for us to safely drop, or we at least get some light out and we can navigate better.
I'll head a little bit more north inland. That should pass Teague, hopefully, and then circle back later when we get some more lights out.
Sounds good to me, then.
All right. Okay. Anything you'd like to do in the coming hours to prepare?
Shit my pants.
Okay.
Bonus action cry. No, I'm good.
Bonus section, shit your pants, action, clean it up. All right. Okay. As you can sleep if you want to. You can wait it out. Regardless, the morning comes. Avandra does not sleep. Avandra sits at the wheel and sort of waits for that orange crest of sunlight to just blast across the horizon, lighting up the ship and a bit of the land beneath. So he sort of looks below and calls you all up, pretty much. When you all approach upwards, hoods up, hats on, it is cold up here. Like, even though you're wearing winter clothes, you can almost barely feel your fingertips. Your toes are starting to go numb, even with furred boots on, several layers of clothing. Furs everywhere. Ears are starting to go numb. Your nose and mouth are immediately assailed with wind, and they're collecting frost already. The eyelashes you have just collecting, just whipping snow. It is miserable out here already. Vondra's sort of just rubbing her arms together. Which rubbing against her body, I guess. She just goes, we are, well, It's about 100 miles away from Teague. You can try to make the trek if you want to get there specifically. If you want to head southwest.
Man, this map is huge.
And Teague is the only bastion of civilization here, publicly known, at least. If you want to be safe anywhere from the dragon, that would be a place. Everywhere else is on your own.
So let's get going. Thank you for your service. Check in. Make sure you make it back all right.
Well, we'll certainly try. There's nothing I can do about it now. You guys do hazard pay.
Normally, I would definitely contribute, but you see, hindsight was a little bit awful on my end. I bought an ice sword.
That'll do you really good in this place.
Yeah. And like I said, hindsight, excellent, right? Does silver work? I can spare some silver.
Make a persuasion check.
All right.
Wait, what is she asking for? Hazard pay?
Hazard
Yeah.
pay.
I can give her money. I don't mind.
She sort of sighs. How much you got?
I'm gonna give her 30 silver.
Okay, 3 gold.
I'll give her 9 gold.
Well, that'll pay for the fuel. No, it wouldn't.
Where's my fucking money? I'll give her 50 gold.
Thank you. I'll take it. Something.
I feel
We'll
bad.
see in time if this trip was worth it.
So I'm gonna sleight of hand to kind of hide it from the party, but I'm gonna let her know. I'm gonna give her 100 gold.
Okay. As you sort of just, sort of like shakes all your hands as you sort of just palm like a satchel full of coins in her hand. Sort of looks at you, but doesn't really make any, like any obvious thing that something's weird going on. She just takes it, nods.
I'll just say thank you one more time.
Yeah, sleight of hand's so fucking high. Like, why even bother rolling? Well, welcome to Thane. Sort of just ushers you towards the edge of the fucking edge of the ship.
Are we ready to get the blood pumping?
Just had to double check and make sure I have Featherfall. I do. Okay. All right, who's ready to go? Do what we didn't do last time.
I'm hoping someone has a plan for us.
Yeah. What up, wizard? What you got up your sleeve?
Oh, I'm gonna make us fall really slowly.
Okay. Giorgio will go on his ball, I take it. I'll just do that to be safe. I don't just, yeah.
I'll also cast fly, just in case.
Yeah, that's what I
One fewer
figured.
person to worry about. Good.
That's what I figured was happening anyways. Now you're just gonna give us fly.
Okay, so
I'll like
is it flying everybody or just flying you?
fly on everyone.
Oh, on everyone. Okay. Well, never mind.
Okay.
In
So
that
you
case,
cast-
Riley is gonna backflip off.
Okay, yeah. As y'all get fly cast on you, and you all begin to float a little bit. Riley, you just do a sweet backflip off. Just let gravity take you. Who goes next? Out of curiosity, doesn't matter, but funny.
Yeah, I'll go next. I'll do like, you know, kind of like head first down. I'll also let gravity take me until I'm like 5 feet above the ground.
Okay. Classic skydiver.
Yeah, I will walk to the edge and then face her one last time and tell her thank you, and then just fall off of it backwards.
Okay. She's sort of just like rubbing the snow out of her eyes. Just gives you a tip of the hat. Milady.
I think Jana, she's pretty comfy like on the airships when it's like just happening, but now that she has to jump off, she's realizing how much of a land creature she is. And even though she can fly, she's just like staring into the abyss like, oh my god, oh my fucking god. And I take it the captain lady is gonna have to kind of shove her off.
Yeah. As you're sort of just sitting there shaking in your little booties. You're like, you have a couple false starts. You like try to jump, but then you can't. Sort of look to Avandra, and she gives you the okay, but the other mechanical hand sort of giving hand signs. And as you look over the edge, you feel a big boot hit your back, and you start tumbling, just ass over heel.
As I fall, I'll just say thank you.
All right. As one by one, you all power through the whipping winds, the chilling cold, the absolute frigid environment that you found yourself in. And with fly, you don't have to worry about, it's like 700 feet, so that's 70 T6 fall damage. Don't have to worry about that. As you all land safely, one by one, ears pretty much non-existent. You can't even feel them anymore. You find yourself in a completely alien landscape with pure white around you as far as you can see. You can barely even see 30 feet ahead of you just because of the current snow that is falling. You are told to just head south. But as you continue to just get your bearings and trudge on, you find yourself isolated in a completely almost uninhabitable land. That is where we'll end tonight's session.
Solid.
Okay.
GG gamers.
Cool. Nothing died, but there was some good stuff happening there. I'll give you all... I liked today's RP. I'll give you guys 3,000 each.
Arigato.
3,000?
So we should at
7. Yeah.
127, 310, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm looking at.
Yep.
You only have to choose one, change one digit. It's nice.